Welcome, welcome back to the ultimate cricket ground here in St. Anne. We're here for the second semi-finals of the SDC Community Cricket T20 competition, and it's going to be Lynx versus Junction Ballards Valley. Lynx, Lynx, they have won the toss and decided that they will have a bowl. They won the toss last week and decided they would have a bowl and easily won that quarterfinal match to make it to this semifinals. They've won the toss yet again, and yet again they have decided that they will have a bowl. Howard Powell played under 15 at the West Indies youth level, gets off the mark in the most spectacular form, hitting the youngster over along off a six. And that's the first real Navy six of the contest so far. Top shot from Howard Powell. 6. So let's see what Virgo has to offer in this delivery as he's up to the wicket now and balls to Powell. Can do no more than knock it back down. Runs out into the leg side, no run.
Came home late last night. Still I was doing alright.
Without loss, Howard Powell, the man on strike as Virgo turns now up to the wicket and balls to Powell, was flashing outside the off stop, and this is yet again at the end of the over. There's actually 7 without loss. The first delivery was a wide. So the first delivery was a wide, which means that the score is actually 7 without loss. Howard Powell, he is on 6. The only scoring shot coming from the bat, a massive 6 over long off. Virgo coming back after that with 4 dot deliveries. That is exactly what Lynx will require to all this.
A price on board.
Junction Ballards Valley batting to as low as 4.
I'm yours, so clear, so please listen.
Check. Damien Bryce. He's coming from the
Damien Bryce,
The spectacular catch for $6,000 courtesy of Ray Nephew. A
new
one-handed catches.
bowler.
It is.
Actually took a catch over the boundary for a 6. Damien Bryce took a catch over the boundary for $6,000. Just to clarify. And he's going to be the second bowler.
So Lynx, they won the toss. They've been to the semifinals 4 consecutive
So
years.
this is the second
Can they
semi-final
advance
to
this
decide
year to
who's
the
going
finals?
to play against
Delivery here from Damien Bryce outside.
I don't know what's going on.
Pick a one there.
Wonder what it is.
The affiliate we see. Here's Bryce again. And Fila makes a hash of
They
it.
come back for the second
And
over
they
when it gets
get a
big to the
second.
boundary. They picked up 2.
It's
Scores
now
on DJ.
So the Lynx fans, again Lynx from St. Anne, are getting very animated. As Bryce bowling in hand comes up now and bowls. Pick a one and this one is hit back. No run. It's now, well, it's made 9 without loss. As Bryce ball in hand comes in again and bowls. Flash out. Pick a one and it's gone! It's gone!
Thou shalt have no other man but me. Two, thou shalt not encourage no man to make love to you, neither kiss nor caress you. For I am your man, a very jealous man.
Yes, indeed. Damien Bryce getting into the act. Damien Bryce gets into the attack. His first over, producing good delivery outside the off stump. The batter was slashing, only to find the youngster, the schoolboy, at backward point in Campbell. And a tame answer of dismissal. And Lynx gets their reward. The first wicket of the contest. And it's 9 for the loss of 1. A beautiful sunny afternoon here at this wonderful venue, the Ultimate Jerk Center in Discovery Bay, St. Anne. And Lynx have been
to 4 semi-finals before. Haven't been able to go to a semi-finals. Perfect opportunity here at home. Home advantage to Lynx United. And Damian Bryce on top of his game so far. Very enthused cricketer. A player who loves the game. And this brings Sheridan Allen at number 3 to the wicket for the 4-time champions, Junction. Good delivery, tucked towards the onside for another run. That's 10. And the man is off the mark. First delivery, just came inside the line and tucked that ball to a square leg area. And the score is up to 10 for 1. Bryce with the number 11 jersey in his back. And he comes to bowl to Howard Harris. Howard Powell beaten outside the off stump, and that completes over number 2. And it's 10 for 1. Howard Powell, who plays West Indies under 15 with a Xavier Marshall and a Krishmar Santoki. Very, very useful batter. And would want to make a mark for the 4-time champions, Junction Ballards Valley. Good team, packed players who have represent the national team, even a player who has played at the highest level. He was outstanding last weekend at Sheridan Park in Darren Powell.
Both teams have great caliber players, so this should be a wonderful semi-final match. And as you see, the defending champions are waiting on the winner. Brilliant match. I can't wait to see how this one goes.
Well, who's waiting to get a wicket is the young fast bowler who just came back from St. Vincent, the young Virgo who just came from the under-19 tournament.
The score reads 10 for 1 and we're over number 3. Sheridan Allen.
Now we will be bowling to Sheridan Allen, a very, very destructive left-hander is Sheridan Allen, a past student of the Manchester High School as well. If you look at the field, there's a short third man, there's backward point, there's cover, there's mid-off and long on the boundary. Slashing through backward point. That was a lovely shot by Sheridan Allen. He just caressed that ball through the cover region. You see the dexterity on that shot. Shot from Sheridan Allen. His first SDC 4. Room offered, width offered, and greatly accepted by Sheridan Allen. And the dexterity on that shot was amazing from the left-hander. And nobody moved, nobody got hurt. And that ball crashes into the backward point boundary like a chase of a bullet from a gun. Top shot from Sheridan Allen. Let's see the response of Virgo. Another short delivery, lifting deliveries this time. Slashing outside the off stump was Sheridan Allen. No contact through to wicketkeeper. Wicketkeeper Smith. And as it stands, we are in over number 3. And the score is 14 for 1. We're in over number 3 of this contest. A crucial semi-finals here at this wonderful venue, the Ultimate Jerk Center in Discovery Bay. St. Ann Lynx in their 4th semi-finals. Good delivery, quick, hostile fast bowling. Took the batter Sheridan Allen on his helmet. Good delivery. A lot of bunks in the wicket. Top delivery from the youngster. Sheridan Allen was uncomfortable this time around with this delivery. Top stuff from Virgo. $14 for 1. If you're just joining us on the YouTube live, Lynx United out of St. Ann, they won the toss and chosen to bowl first. Another short delivery, this time a wide signal by umpire Williams. Last weekend at Sheridan Park, Ronaldo Ingram and Marlon Johnson, both batters, did a remarkable job to ensure Lynx United is in this crucial semi-finals hat trick at the Ultimate Jerk Center. Virgo to Sheridan Allen. There's a chance of a run out. Pennant was hesitant, and hence why Sheridan Allen was quick. And Howard Powell accept the call, and they're through for another run. 16 for 1 brings Howard Powell back in strike. Very talented right-handed batter. As Howard Powell can be very destructive at times. Let's see how Virgo copes here to Powell. Short down the leg side. We are waiting on the signal of the umpire. It is 5 wides. Poor from Virgo this time around. And Junction Ballards Valley will accept 5 easy runs to their credit. The score is up to 21 for the loss of 1. Battle line delivered this time around from Virgo. Yes, indeed. Battle line delivered by the youngster. Let's see the response of young Virgo. Another short pitch delivery. Howard Powell looking to heave that ball over the onside. And no connection through to wicketkeeper Smith. And the score remains at 21 for loss of 1. In over number 3, been bowled by the youngster Virgo. It just came back from St. Vincent with the Jamaica under-19 team. Didn't have one of the best tournaments, but want to make a mark here. Oh my word, this one is tugged towards the onside by Howard Powell, and it goes all the way for his second Ray and Nephew 6. Top shot from Howard Powell. 27 for the loss of 1 at the completion of over number 3. Top shot there from Powell. It's good to see former Lynx opening batter Randall Johnson as well behind us in the commentary box, enjoying every second of the commentary, and his family as well. But as it stands here, 27 for the loss of 1 at the completion of 3 overs. Good going so far from Junction Ballards Valley.
Indeed.
Still a lot of batting to come when you look at a Junction Ballards Valley team.
Both teams are stuck. This is going to be a wonderful match.
And that's why they are both at a semi-final stage of the competition.
Bryce in, and he's bowling to Allen, who's flashing that one down to the backward point boundary for an SDC 4. It's now 31 for the loss of 1. And Allen and Troy Powell seem to have found their groove here, Marlon. Howard Powell.
Short, wide, begging to be hit. And Sheridan Allen did oblige for a lovely looking shot from the left-hander. His second SDC 4.
Indeed. As Bryce is up again to bowl to Sheridan Allen. Shorter and up to the chest of Allen, who just defends that one down onto the pitch. Didn't try to attack that one, Marlon.
Didn't try to play this one with respect. With some fans, they realize the back square leg is a bit deep, so anything around that area is always got a possibility of a run.
Ooh, beaten, and there's an appeal from Damian Bryce. Umpire says, well, he doesn't say anything. He's not interested.
Good delivery though, nonetheless. Beaten left on the outside the off, just held his line. Good.
So after that short, wide one, he's come back well, has Damian Bryce. He has the ball in hand yet again. Getting ready now to bowl to Allen, and you get the feeling that something is going to happen here. Commentators curse as Bryce is up to the wicket and bowls to Allen, and Allen is just tapping that one out into the offside, and they set through for a quick single. No commentators curse.
As I mentioned earlier, the Junction Ballards Valley sees that the Lynx United fielders is a bit deep. Played it with soft hands, and hence why in the end it was an easy single nonetheless.
Indeed. Just ensuring that he uses what is available to him, that Sheridan Allen. This game is not only about hitting fours and sixes, it's also about picking those gaps and ensuring that you're scoring off every single delivery. As Bryce is up to the wicket now and balls to Powell, who is hitting that high in the air. Is it going to be caught? Yes, it is. He does hold on, and the second wicket has gone. And Howard Powell has to walk back. Been calling him Troy Powell, but that's Howard Powell. Has to walk back to the pavilion. And the second wicket has gone. It's now 32 for 2.
And both wickets went to Damian Bryce. And you realize with this delivery, it was slower through the air, inviting Howard Powell for the big booming slug sweep, the top edge found. And an easy of catches, but Virgo at the end made it look very difficult. But a second wicket fall for the Lynx United team.
Bryce really hasn't been turning the ball. He's been varying his pace, varying his length, pulling it back almost like on a string. Quicker, slower, and then he gets the shorter one in, and then he has a fuller one. So it's not really turning the ball, but he's varying it, his pace and length, and it's working for him so far.
But if you realize on the wicket in the first semi-finals, the spinners has done a remarkable job for the Fairfield United team. You look at O'Shane Walters, Jeremy Merchant, both are spinners combined and bowl 6 overs together for a mere 12 runs.
Yeah, at Chedwin Park, it was the fast bowlers who did the job. Here at Ultimate, it's the spinners who are doing the job.
And
so both openers now gone.
This wicket here at Ultimate Jerk Center is a terrific wicket to bat on. You can play through the line. Lynx saw the first game and decided they're going to go with spin and pace.
So 32 for 2. We're in over number 4. I think the new batsman is going to be Badu. So Badu and Allen, Sheridan Allen at the crease now. I think Badu might very well be the schoolboy batsman.
Certainly couldn't be Sheridan Allen.
No,
because Sheridan Allen
veteran.
Is 33 years of age.
Yeah, veteran. I think that's Badu. Jadu. So Bryce is into him, and that one slower and actually turns away from the youngster there and beat the outside edge. We were just saying it's not really turning the ball, but he certainly turned that one.
Slow and a spun off the wicket, beating the right hand outside the house stump. Tough stuff from Damian Bryce, and that completes the 4th of the contest.
So the run rate not shabby at 8 and over, but certainly having lost a couple of wickets, it means that the Junction Ballards Valley team will have to consolidate a little bit here.
First time we're going to see Dietmar Anderson coming in the attack. Not known for his bowling, but can be reliable on when it comes on.
So Dietmar Anderson, as he said, not really known for his bowling, more so known for his batting. But he'll have the opportunity here to bowl to Allen, Sheridan Allen.
But let's look at the field for the left-handed Sheridan Allen. There's a short third man. There's backward point. There's cover. There's also a short extra cover. Mid-on. I should say mid-off and long on the boundary. Let's see how Anderson starts here to Allen.
And down the leg side, and that's a wide. That's not what you want to see from Dietmar Anderson, because you have that short, fine leg. Anything on that, that's going to go for 4.
And in the context of the game, inside a power play.
Would you push the man back, though? Because he's not known for his bowling. Line gets out rare any at all. It's going to be good ball there from Dietmar Anderson right at the throat of Sheridan Allen, and he couldn't do anything about it.
And Dietmar Anderson, over 6 foot tall, tends to get the ball to bounce. Sheridan Allen, not known for his pull shots or his hook shot, but there's a deep mid wicket and long on the boundary. The
Let's
two fielders
see
out.
what Demar Anderson does now. Good length there from Demar Anderson. No ball and a free hit. Can't do that. Not in the power play. Not in the power play, Demar Anderson.
Well, he will bowl into Sheridan Allen, and guess what? Sheridan Allen calls for a change of bat.
Yeah.
43 hit.
Demar Anderson hit the bat really hard just now. You could hear it from our commentary position. So it might have just hit off the splice and caused that bat to just split. I think we have an injured dog on the field somewhere. I hear growling.
Well, let's see how Dietmar Anderson, the Army men, go about this free hit to Sheridan Allen.
So here's Demar Anderson. He's up to the wicket and bowls to Sheridan Allen. Shot, and it's in the air. Can't be out. And it's restricted to 1. Good delivery there from Demar Anderson.
Excellent delivery. Short delivery. Cramping Sheridan Allen for room. Hence why he didn't get the connection he requires. Just a single to him. And didn't cost Lynx too much with that free hit.
No, he didn't. So the score now 34 for 2. As Jagadu will be on strike. So the left-hand, right-hand combination. Jagadu on strike as Demar Anderson fuller and wide. And he's just leaving that outside the off stump. And that's a dot delivery. Score remains at 34 for 2.
Based on the context of the game, you want to say a decent enough over so far been delivered by a part-time bowler in Dietmar Anderson.
Yes, it is, as Demar Anderson sets off again up to the wicket and bowls to Jagadu, who's beaten outside of the off stump. Youngster soaking up pressure, soaking up deliveries here.
It all boils down to experience, pressure cricket. And a T20 cricket and SDC cricket is a pressure cricket when it comes on to the semi-final and a final stage. Won't be easy for the young man.
Big people cricket this. As Demar Anderson is up to the wicket and bowls to him and flicking it off, and he's looking for the single. And keeper makes a mistake there, and that allows for them to come through for the single. Score moves on to 35 for 2. Can't make those mistakes at this stage.
Wicket keeper must be blamed on this occasion. Sloppy bit of wicket keeping. Cost Lynx a single.
You want, and not only a single, you wanted the youngster on strike. You wanted him to be soaking up those balls, soaking up the pressure. As Allen is now on strike, and Demar Anderson is up to the wicket and bowls to Sheridan Allen, who's flashing, and he's gone! Oh my word! What a catch! What a catch! What a catch! And Sheridan Allen is gone. 35 for 3. They say catches win matches, and that was a very good catch there, Marlon Pillock.
An outstanding catch by an outstanding cricketer in Tevin Gilzine. What a remarkable catch that was, diving away to his right. And catches win matches, as I mentioned, that's an important wicket as well. Sheridan Allen, who can be very, very destructive.
Very destructive. I thought that one had gone, and I was just about ready to say that's a rare nephew 4, and then out of nowhere, the man, Tevin Gilzine, plucked it out of obscurity, and on third wicket fell. Sheridan Allen has gone. So the top 3 has now gone. The 2 openers and the man who walked at 3, Allen, and the youngster still there. So might have been a good thing for Lynx that they gave up that single.
Truth, and in fact, that's the catch of the SDC season for me. Top catch by Gilzine. And this brings Andre McCarthy to the wicket. Made his first class debut a few months ago for the Scorpions here at Sabina Park against Trinidad and Tobago. But this is a perfect opportunity for his team now in a position where he needs McCarthy to stand up and bat.
McCarthy has to stand up and bat. They've lost 3 quick wickets now, Junction Ballards Valley. They can't afford to lose anymore. The captain, McCarthy, has to stand, well, not the captain, but the senior batsman, McCarthy, has to stand up and bat with the youngster, Jagadu.
Still a
Bryce. I think this is his 3rd over now.
Yes, indeed.
So Bryce is coming in for his 3rd over, and he's going to be bowling to the youngster. And he's up to the wicket and bowls to the youngster, slower through the air and inviting him to drive. Jagadu just leaving that one outside the off stump, and it spins away from him as he does so. Here's Bryce into bowl to the youngster. And is he gone? There's an appeal, and the umpire says no. He's slower to the youngster here and just allowing it to turn off the pitch, giving it a little bit more flight and inviting the youngster to drive.
Excellent delivery from Bryce. Slower through the air, another good delivery. Is it a drop chance this time around? Kenroy Smith behind the stumps.
A drop catch. I think he got some edge on that one.
Kenroy Smith, what are you doing? Drop catch here from Kenroy Smith. Will this cost Lynx United?
So here is Bryce into bowl to the youngster, and again he's turning it away from the youngster and beating him. I think 4 times now he's done it, and the youngster is just soaking up dot deliveries as Bryce is at the top of this mat and bowls to the youngster, who finally gets some bat on it, but it's still a dot delivery. 5 dot deliveries, 1 more for this 3rd over to be a maiden over from Bryce. He looks ready. It does Bryce as he's up to the wicket now and bowls to Jagadu, short and quicker, and he manages to get some bat on that, and they scamper through for a single.
What Lynx United won't mind is to see the youngster getting a single of the final delivery.
You have 6 deliveries now to bowl to the youngster. 6 opportunities for him to soak up some more dot deliveries. So, a reminder, we're here at the Ultimate Oval. We're here at the Ultimate Oval. We're here at the Ultimate Oval, and we're having fun and trying just to ensure that everything stays smooth. It's still a very sunny afternoon here, Marlon.
Cool breeze blowing across our commentary box as well. It's a very lovely day for cricket.
A lovely day to have a drink as well.
Cool beverage. Well, what is cool is the climate here at Discovery Bay St. Ann. And Dietmar Anderson is back for his 2nd. His 1st was outstanding. Let's see your Copes here with his 2nd. He'll bowl into the youngster who's struggling to get runs on the board.
Struggling to get even the bat on the ball.
If I am a Lynx bowler or a part of a Lynx team on the field, no, I wouldn't want to get him out. I'll try to bowl to him every delivery, keep him on strike.
Here's Dietmar Anderson. He's up to the wicket and bowls to Jagadu, and he does manage to get some bat on this, but it goes nowhere. And it's a dot delivery. So Jadu soaking up deliveries, dot deliveries, as Dietmar Anderson is up to Jadu and down the leg side, and that signal a wide, which now 38 for 3 in over number 7. So 38 for 3 in over number 7.
And Jadu is on 2 from 11 deliveries.
Wow.
Not what a Junction
He needs to do something here, Jadu. As Dietmar Anderson is up to the wicket and bowls to Jadu, who's just patting that one back down the pitch. And that's 12 for 2. Dot delivery after dot delivery. 10 dot deliveries now to Jadu in 12 balls.
And if you look at the Lynx fielders, no, they're at the edge of the 30-yard circles. So once
They have to
Jadu-
push in. Here's Demar Anderson up to Jadu now. Slower delivery. Hit on the pad. And Lynx definitely doesn't want to see the umpire put the finger up. He's soaking up the deliveries, soaking up that deliveries, Jadu.
a 38.
As you said though, Marlon, I think the Lynx fielders, they need to push in a little bit because you want to keep Jadu on strike. Unless it's a 6 delivery, then you want to give him the single. As Demar Anderson is up to the wicket now and bowls to Jadu, who is getting that down to third man, and they come through for the single. I think 2 more deliveries left in the over. So 2 more left in this over, and they're going to want to keep McCarthy at this end so they can get an opportunity to bowl at Jadu. McCarthy will want to get a single so he can get on strike.
And Andre McCarthy can be very destructive. A past student of St. Elizabeth Technical High School, played youth cricket as well, and then transfer into the Scorpion senior team. Very good cricketer.
Here's Demar Anderson into bowl to McCarthy, who's looking for the single, but no single there. As Demar Anderson picks up. And the dot deliveries continue to pile up.
All right,
And
Anderson, not known for his bowling, but if you look at his spell so far,
Wonderful
into his
spell.
second over, 1 for 6.
Wonderful spell. As Demar Anderson, he's up to the wicket now, and bowls to McCarthy is looking for the single, and they get that single easily. And McCarthy will be on strike, 40 for 3, 2 runs off that over.
And in the context of the game, Lynx will accept that. And 3 wickets on the...
If you're Lynx, you're the happy of the 2 teams right now.
Well, I won't say I am Lynx, but I'm...
If you are Lynx. Never said you were Lynx. No links to Lynx.
Indeed.
Wonderful Sunday afternoon as the wind blows into our commentary position here.
A massive crowd here as well.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Lynx has been to 4 semi-finals before.
Yeah.
Haven't been
To the
in
finals.
a semi-finals. In a
Yeah.
finals.
Yeah.
So it's a perfect opportunity at
Yeah, and
home.
they've
in front of a
they've
packed
started well here.
Centre crowd.
As Damian Bryce, ball in hand, he's going to be bowling his 4th over. He's going to be bowling to Anthony McCarthy. He's up to the wicket and bowls short, and McCarthy is crashing that one to the point region, and they come for 1, looking for the second, but only 1, and that's exactly what Lynx wants. They're going to be bowling to Jadu now.
Excellent feeling at backward point. Save 3 runs is the youngster in Campbell, diving away to his right.
And more importantly, they got Jadu on strike as
Indeed.
Bryce is up to the wicket and bowls to the youngster Jadu, who's leaving. Nice test match leave here. Nice test match leave, but this isn't a test match.
I like the commitment being shown on the field of play from the Lynx United team. Like they are desperate for this SDC T20
They should
title.
be, as Bryce is in to Jadu, and there's some hesitation, but they finally come through for the single. We spoke about that, man, and they need to be pushing in and ensuring that Jadu doesn't get that quick single. They missed a mark there, did Lynx.
You're absolutely correct. Jadu so far, 4 from 16 deliveries.
Here's Bryce. He's up to bowl to McCarthy. Shorter and quicker one. And pulled to mid-wicket, wide mid-wicket. And they get 1, and Jadu is back on strike.
That's the commitment I'm talking about. Marlon Johnson showing great commitment on the boundary, moving about 15 meters to the left to prevent any possible chance of a second on.
Here's
Great stuff from
Bryce to
Johnson.
the youngster Jadu. Does he get out here? There's edging. Outside edge there. And that's another dot ball. And they don't even try to get the single. McCarthy well aware that Jadu is really struggling here, the schoolboy.
But a lot of batting to come when you look at a Junction Ballards Valley team. Still a banks Still Troy Powell.
They will have to go as Bryce is into Jadu, who is hitting that one in the air but wide of the man at cover. And they come through for one. Tried for the second, but they won't get it. And Jadu will be on strike. 2 for 13 from 4 overs. Damian Bryce. That is a match-winning performance from Bryce.
Fantastic bowling from the left-hand spinner in Bryce. Showing his class, showing his skills. And his skills was good on the day. His variation was key. Outsmart Howard Powell. Good stuff here from Bryce. And now he will be keeping now as well.
If you want
Talented cricketer.
If you want a man who can do everything, it's Damian Bryce. He can also hit the ball a long way, Damian Bryce.
Mighty long way. Remember Damian Bryce back in his younger days used to bat without a helmet, advancing down the wicket, hit the ball over cover at will. It's a tremendous time of the cricket ball.
If you're Junction though, you want the youngster Jadu to hit out or get out. So the score 44 for 3. Junction Ballards Valley 44 for 3. And the innings has just stalled out a little bit as youngster Jadu consistently soaks up dot deliveries without actually getting run. With him is Andre McCarthy, who made his first class debut earlier this year. It's youngster Jadu. So Jadu is going to be on strike here. And Campbell, the schoolboy, is going to be the bowler. So LaShawn Campbell, the schoolboy, is going to have the ball in hand, and another schoolboy, Jadu, he's going to have bat in hand. So Campbell is the schooler, LaShawn Campbell, and Jadu, the schoolboy batsman, is going to be on strike. Here's Campbell. Up to Jadu, full toss, and he's flicking that one behind square for a single. It's now 45 for 3. So McCarthy is going to be on strike, and he's going to be looking to take advantage of Campbell here. As I said, Junction's innings has just stalled, and McCarthy will have to get it going.
Yes. Junction is in a bit of bother right now. We are in the 9th over, just 45 runs on the board. And Campbell coming from the road end. Let's see now. So it's Campbell, passes umpire, bowl. This one flashes high and hard. And yes, it does, runs into the boundary for a SDC 4. Pushes the score to 49.
So said, so done. Andre McCarthy going after Campbell. He really has to know. The run rate having stalled out. Junction Ballards Valley, they need some quick runs from this over.
Yes, this pair will have to step up the Junction Ballards Valley team. They need runs right now.
So 2 deliveries gone in this over, 5 runs so far from the over. And McCarthy is going to be on strike to Campbell. As Campbell is up to the wicket now. And balls to McCarthy, who is hitting that one in the air. Is he going to be caught? It's gone!
And
Good night, good night, good night, sweet prince. Andre McCarthy, he's gone as the Lynx United supporters are jubilant beyond the boundary. That shot really was a shot of pressure. Andre McCarthy, knowing that the innings had stalled out due to the dot balls accumulated by young Jadu, had to do something. In the end, he was endorsed into a foul shot by young Campbell.
Yes, yes, yes. Andre McCarthy, he came under some pressure here, and after getting that boundary into the third man region, he then go for another shot, didn't get on top, and he was caught. And come to the crease now is the captain, Damian Ebanks, and the ship is sinking right now for the Ballards Valley Junction team, a team of champions over the years. They need to build a fifth wicket partnership right now. It is 49-4-4, and let's see what Ebanks will got to do for his team.
Well, first of all, he has to tell Jadu to farm the bowling, to get off strike, turn the strike over a bit more, and not just sit there and absorb that deliveries. If he does that, Junction Ballards Valley, they'll absolutely lose this match.
Well, I can recall earlier since here in the Jamaica Airline T10, where David Ebanks, he have made a brilliant 79 from not much deliveries, and he will need to repeat that innings right now.
He certainly does need to repeat that.
So 49-4-4, and we are in the ninth over, and the ship is sinking for the Junction Ballards Valley team. Let's see if they can build a fifth wicket partnership here.
Well, Junction Ballards Valley, they came in as the Titans, the Titanic of this competition, and they certainly are being sunk by an iceberg called Lynx.
Well, definitely. Early on, Lynx have won the toss and they chooses to bat, and we have seen in the first 3 overs runs was coming, and we thought it wasn't a good decision. But Damian Bryce, who have finished his spell of 4 overs and 2 for 13, a decent spell, has bring back his team into contention, and they are in a good position right now.
Indeed. Damian Bryce, 2 for 13 from his 4. Fantastic bowling from the man. He's now keeping though, Bryce. Yes. So he can do everything. He can keep, he can bat, he can bowl.
He's definitely an all-rounder.
Yeah, an all-rounder's all-rounder.
And he will be opening, I assume he will be opening the innings.
There you go. You want a man to do everything, it's Damian Bryce.
So
it's
Campbell. Campbell from the road end. He'll be bowling to the captain of the Ballards Valley team. Finds the edge. Yes, and it does runs into the boundary for SDC 4. So 4 runs to Damian Bryce and 4 runs to the Ballards Valley team.
That was lucky there from Ebanks. Thick outside edge. And eludes Damian Bryce. Runs into the boundary. Had that been taken, it would have been pandemonium here at the Ultimate Cricket Ground, as Campbell is going to be at the top of his mat now, getting ready to bowl to Ebanks. Banks not quite ready, takes a look around to see what the field looks like. He's ready now, starts tapping away at the crease. Campbell though, he's not ready, pulls out of that run up. And Bryce is absolutely angry with the fielder, shouting at him, telling him he needs to move back a little bit, as Campbell, ball in hand, sets off now, truddles in and bowls to Ebanks. Ooh, good delivery there from Campbell, just flashing past the outside edge of the bat of Damian Ebanks. Campbell is bowling well here.
Yes, Campbell is bowling quite decent so far. And Damian Bryce behind the stump just now and showing that he's a perfect all-rounder.
So this is the final delivery of his first offer from Campbell. 9 runs from it so far, but 1 wicket of McCarthy, and this one is played off the back foot by Ebanks, and deep backward point is where it's picked up, and there's a single there, and that's 9 overs gone. 54 for 4 is Junction Ballards Valley. So 9 overs gone. I'm just doing some quick math in my head, and that is 6 and over. Wow, Junction Ballards Valley in real problems here.
Yes, at this point with a Ballards Valley, as we all know, scoring just 6 runs per over, things are not looking bright for the Ballards Valley team. And they have lost 4 wickets so far.
And I think the problem really for Junction Ballards Valley is the youngster. So
Drive by Ebanks.
So Banks driving that one down to the boundary and picks up 1.
So Jadu on strike. Pennant will be bowling to Jadu. Pennant bowling from the far end.
So the score 55 for 4 as Pennant is bowling to Jadu, and Jadu again.
That's a good delivery from
beaten.
Pennant. Captain Ebanks walked halfway the crease just to have a talk with Jadu that he needs to rotate the strike because the ship is sinking.
He needs to hit out or get out. As Pennant, ball in hand, comes up to the wicket now and bowls to Jadu, and again he's beaten.
Another dot delivery, good delivery from Pennant.
This has to be something very concerning for
Another dot delivery.
Junction. Jadu just hasn't gotten going any at all. He's looked like an absolute rabbit with the bat. Ebanks is getting very upset at this point as Jadu keeps on absorbing dot deliveries. This one hits the hedge. And I don't think the Lynx United fielders really wanted to take that catch. They want Jadu on strike, and they want him on strike for the rest of 20 overs.
I think that's good cricket, good sense for the fielding team to keep him out there.
As Pennant, again, ball in hand, comes up to bowl to Jadu, who is patting that one down, and it's another dot delivery. And even your commentators at this point is getting irritated. 5 dot deliveries to Jadu. He's not even getting it off the square. So after 10 overs gone, the score is 55 for 4. So Tevin Gilzine will bowl. He's going to be bowling to Banks. And Jadu has done a wonderful job of putting his teammates under immense pressure here.
Kevin Gislin, the bowler name, another Army personnel.
You can just see Ebanks just getting a little bit antsy, knowing that the pressure is building as Gilzine is in bowl to Ebanks, who misses out there, short and wide.
Good stop there by the fielder. Good stop by the fielder at covered. Ebanks on strike.
Again.
Another good delivery from Ghislaine.
So Gilzine, 2 dot deliveries here as he's up to the wicket again. Tevin Gilzine. Bossy Bank is hitting that high in the air. That looks like it's going to be caught. No, it falls short. And Ebanks escapes. And 1 run to the score. 56 now for 4. And the Junction Ballards Valley innings going absolutely nowhere as the pressure continues to build.
Yep. A lot of pressure here on the Junction team. They haven't lost any game since season.
And that one from Gilzine is hit to the extra cover region, and a single to the schoolboy Jadu brings Ebanks on strike now. 4 deliveries gone, only 2 runs from the over so far as Gilzine is into Ebanks, and Ebanks is cutting that one.
This one,
will
it runs away into the fence?
Runs away to the fence. Yes,
it does.
And that's
so
a
beautiful
SDC 4.
Square cut through the cover point region for 4 runs. Another SDC 4 by David Ebanks.
So Ebanks looking to get some momentum into this inning.
This pushes the score to 61 runs. Another dabs into the gully region, and that's a risky single, but nevertheless, 1 more run to the total. Pushes the score to 62.
The Social Development Commission is your partner in community development. Contact your SDC parish office to get the support needed to start, build, or strengthen your community organization.
So that's the end of the 11th over with the score 62 for 4. This time, another good delivery from Pennant. And Damian Ebanks, captain of the Ballards Valley team, plays forward. Can't get a single. So Pennant back to his crease. Passes umpire. Ball to Ebanks. Another good delivery, but the batsman crosses for a single, pushes the score to 63 for 4. So the run rate is pretty slow here.
He has to style that man. Style that. Yeah. They can't stop him from retire. They can't stop him. You can't stop him from retire. You can't stop him from retire.
So Jadu remains at the crease, and he's to continue facing the bowling of Pennant. This time he lifts high, and just a single there for Jadu. Another single there for Ebang. Pushes the score to 65 for 4. And we are in over number 12. We're still in over number 12. So slow going here for the Ballards Valley team. As I said, they haven't lost a game since season. So one more run for Jadu, pushes the score to 66. So Damian Ebanks to keep the strike. So Pennant, once more, the right-handed Pennant. Another single there. Pushes the score to 67. And that's the end of the 12th over. With Ballards Valley Junction. They have lost the toss and had no other choice but to bat. And after 12 over, Ballards Valley, they are 67 runs for 4 wickets. At the crease is Jadu, the schoolers from the St. Elizabeth Technical I, and Captain David Ebanks. If there's no other time the Ballards Valley team need a partnership, is now. Yes, Mr. Nick, iron hard. And let's see what umpire do. Yes, he raises his hand. So another Ray and Neville 6. So 6 more runs to the Ballards Valley team. So Damian Ebanks have added 6 more runs to the total. This pushes the score to 73 for 4. So this is a moment where the Ballards Valley team will have to step up the run rate. The ball has not yet retrieved, and the umpire, they're calling for a new ball, another ball to replace, the replacement of another ball. So let's see. So as the official walks on to the umpire with the balls to choose, there's a little conference in the midst of the field between Captain David Ebanks and both umpires. So they have found a replacement. So Ebanks walks back to his crease. Jadu, the non-striker. Kevin Gislin, the bowler. Gislin, the army personnel. This time, Damian cracks after that one, but misses. Flashes and misses. Walk back to his crease, taps his bat. This time, Kevin Gislin. This time, umpire open his arms wide and call wide. So another run to the total. Pushes the score to 74-44. This time, Ebanks drive. Not interested in a single, as he has to lead from the front. Gislin once more from the road end. This time a reverse sweep, but just a single they will get. So Gislin to Jadu. Misses. Let's see if it will run into the fence. Just 2 runs to the total. This time, Penance to Ebanks. Dabs it into the point region for another single. So a drop catch there. So Jadu was put down. This time drives on the offside. And just a single there. So this time, Jadu walking back to the pavilion. He was given out by hitting the wicket. So Ballards Valley Junction, they have lost their 5th wicket. Yeah. No, I think the one at the phone, I think I'm in Virgin about that other one. Wide signal there by umpire.
Big bat there. I just when he find it there. Question now, if he find the farm right now, we need a problem. 20 ball or 80 yard. You want to bat now? Yeah, if he find the farm or 20 ball or 80 yard.
So pennant to Powell this time. Runs it on to the offside. And one, that's all they'll get. So pennant. We are in the 14th over. Pennant to Ebanks. This time, a single there for Ebank. So at the end of 14th over, Ballards Valley Junction, they are 83 for 5. So at the crease, joins Ebang is Troy Powell. Troy Powell, the hard-hitting right-handed bat. David Ebanks, the attacking and informed David Ebanks. Gilzin to continue from the road end here at Ultimate. For Southern in Rava. Gilzin to Ebank. This time, Lynx, high. Let's see what umpire will. Yes, it's a Red Navy 6. So 6 more runs for Damien Ebanks and 6 more runs to the Ballards Valley total. Pushes the score to 89. So runs coming here. And this partnership will be very crucial for the Ballards Valley team. So let's see what the pair of batters, Damian Ebanks and Troy Powell, can do. So remember, the 5th wicket fall at 80 runs. So we are expecting a big partnership, a big 6-wicket partnership. Gislin to Ebanks. This time, drives and misses. The ball runs into the fine leg boundary for 4 by. So Gislin coming back and giving some confidence to his bowling after giving away 10 runs. Another good delivery from Gislin. Ebanks. Gislin to Ebanks. This time, push into the mid-wicket, and 1, that's all they will get. 1, that's all they'll get. So 94 runs on the board. So 94 runs on the board. This time down the leg side. A wide signal by umpire. So the total seems to be climbing Yeah, and this time misfield by the bowler Gislin, and Troy Powell got his second run.
Are you looking for a career that's new, emerging, and exciting? Do you want to switch careers
So that's the
without
end
short
of
term
the
return? Whether you're an veteran
15th
or
over.
experienced in the workforce, we'll help you find the answers you need to return. Come to Heart for new and emerging skills and career pathways for all ages and stages in life. Let Heart help you to be a driver of change within the workplace. For more information, call 876-99-HEART. That's 876-994-3278 or follow us on social media at Heart NSDA Trust. The score reads at 95. 96 of 5.
96, 96, 96. On strike, Troy Powell. Short. Powell gets on top, runs it onto point, and they cross for a single. Pushes the score to 97. So, a bright sunshine here at the Ultimate Cricket Ground. If you're heading to the Ultimate Cricket Ground, you'll find that between Discover Bay and Runaway. So another six for Damian Ebanks. Another Ray Navy six.
Down to short third man for a single. The score now 104 for 5. Troy Powell. Was he on strike now?
Four runs to Troy Powell. So 4 runs to Troy Powell. Pushes the score to 108. So runs coming here for the Ballards Valley team. The score reads 108. Pennant to Troy. This time flashes. Will it go into the fence? Just a single.
These two batters in the middle are the two most experienced batters in this Junction Ballards Valley team. And this is where experience
This time
lies.
Pennant to Ebanks. This time drives onto the onside, and the batsman can only take a single.
Bad line delivered by Pennant to close out over number 16 at 110 for loss of 5.
So another 24 deliveries to complete the batting innings for the Ballards Valley team. They are 110 runs on the board, and a pretty low scoring here for the Ballards Valley batting team. So let's see if they can make another 40 runs from the remaining 4 overs, the remaining 24 deliveries. That would give them a target of 150, 151.
So Gilzine is back. Damian Banks.
So, Gilzin to bowl his final spell. This time, drives into the onside. So, another boundary. Another SDC 4.
Poor delivery. Damian Banks is in spectacular form so far. He won't miss out on that. That's bread and butter for the left-hander. How can Lynx restrict this batting team under a 150 with a Damian Banks in this sort of form? What are your expectations, Nugent?
Well, 150 is going to be difficult with the likes of Darren Powell as Banks is hitting that one back straight back over the bowler's head, and it crashes into the boundary for back-to-back STC 4. The score now 118 for 5, and Damian Banks is under charge.
Yes, indeed. A sublime form, you'd want to say, from the left-hander. He's really striking and striking very hard here at the Ultimate Jerk Center. It's all a bang show here at the Ultimate Jerk Center. Tevin Gilzine has been put under the sword so far. And this man, Damian Banks, always comes up chumps for his team. When his team needed it most, he delivers. And so far, so good for the left-hander. He's doing an outstanding job in the middle.
Yes, indeed. So after that atrocious innings by the schoolboy Jadu, Banks is making up for it. As this one right up into the pads, and he isn't able to do much with it. And that's a valuable dot ball.
I would want to see a rare dot delivery from Gilzine. He's been put under the pump so far from Damian Banks.
So 48 from 21 is Banks as he's slashing that one into the boundary. Is it? Yes, it is, for an SDC 4. The score now 122 for 5, and that's 50 for Damian Banks, 52 from 22 deliveries. Damian Banks is charging.
Yes, he's fully pumped and charging. That ball from Kevin Gilzine, shot wide outside the off stump, begging to be hit, and was handsomely dealt with by a man in terrific form so far in Damian Banks.
Captain Damian Banks playing a captain's innings here. He's 52 not out.
And guess what? That half century came off 22 deliveries. Outstanding.
Really outstanding from Damian Banks. The Lynx supporters reminiscing about the dismissal of Jadu. Would have been good to have him there to soak up a few more deliveries, but he's not. Here's Gilzine into Banks. That one flashing is Banks and missing, and a rare dot ball.
Yes, indeed, a rare dot ball. Pack offside.
Here's Gilzine to Banks, hit in the air. Is he going to be gone? It's gone. He's not going to be gone. The ball is going to be gone. That's a rare Nephew 6. And the score 128 for 5, 18 of that over from Damian Banks, 3 4s and a 6, and that pushes the score again to 128 for 5 in the 17th over. 17 overs gone actually. So they're still in it.
Poor from a Tevin Gilzine. Very expensive over comes to an end. But if you realize Gilzine bowling in the strength of Banks, and Banks using that opportunity to score freely down to a long on area.
Yeah, Banks looks as if he's in a mood right now.
I would want to say a destructive mood, so to speak.
Anything that is loose, he's taken full advantage of.
Well, Dietmar Anderson is back into the attack. His first 2 overs went for 7, and he picked up a wicket. But now it's crunch time. Let's see how it copes here to Troy Powell, another right-hander who can be very, very destructive.
I understand that Troy Powell can be destructive, but if you're a Troy Powell, you want to get off the strike and give Banks the strike, don't you? I mean, he's in fantastic fettle right now.
Remember the last finals, this Troy Powell play, he was outstanding, scoring an half century of just 17 deliveries at the age of 40. 6 years old. He's not a young player, but he gets a
He
good
can
crack
hit
at
it
cricket ball.
he can hit it a mile, Troy Powell.
He's a brother of, I think it was Berger, we call him.
Yeah.
Very talented bunch of Powell players, you would want to say,
Yeah.
from St. Elizabeth.
David Powell, Troy Powell, Howard Powell, Darren Powell. It's a Powell team. But
And
they're not related, are
They're
they?
not.
And
Well,
this one
well,
from
well.
Troy Powell, hit with the wind and gone to the bushes.
I tell you about
That's
Troy
a Ray
Powell.
Neville 6.
Top shot.
134 for 5.
Strain on the line of leg stump. Easy pickings for Troy Powell. Bread and butter for the right-hander. Use the pace. And the
Didn't try
flicker.
to hit it too hard.
Just superb timing.
Yeah.
And the dexterity on this occasion was outstanding.
Just shiveled and picked it up, dispatched it into the bushes. A few cars might actually be in danger as well.
And if you're familiar with Discovery Bay and the Ultimate Jerk Center, that's the side heading towards Discovery Bay town. Big shot from Troy Powell.
Yeah.
Let's see the response of Anderson.
If I'm a Lynx United player or fan or supporter, I'm reminiscing about that innings from Jadu and saying I want him back. I'm going to stop now. I'm not going to mention
I
him
really
anymore.
don't want to get into that part of the cricket.
So 134 for 5 in the 18th over. And Lynx coming under a little bit of pressure.
Well, Dietmar Anders first win for 7 from 2. Now his first delivery in over number 3 has been
massive 6.
So 13 from 2.1 overs is Anderson.
13 from 13 legal deliveries. 50 run. 50 from 34 as Dima Anderson into Powell is pulling that one over the man at backward square into the boundary now for a Ray and Nephew 4.
But this is poor bowling from Anderson. You realize there's a sweeper undercover boundary. There's deep backward point, and Anderson delivers a short delivery with square leg inside the circle. Poor from Anderson.
Poor. Powell doesn't have to do much with that. All he has to do is ensure he beats the man, and that's always going to be a 4 as the man is pushed back to the deep backward square boundary as Demar Anderson into Troy Powell. Troy Powell goes again, no ball, and it's 6. Oh my word! Oh my word! That is a rare Nebula 6, and if the first one was big, that one was huge. 7 off that one, and it's going to be a free hit. I've lost track of the score. Where are we now? 41, 141 for 5.
And if the first one was outstanding, look at this for a shot. It was short, it was begging to be hit, and all Troy Powell had to do was just caress it over deep backward square for yet another rare Navy 6.
A massive rare Navy 6 at that.
Poor from Anderson. You look at the field placement, and Anderson continues to bowl short.
So it's actually 139 for 5. Here's Demar Anderson up to the wicket to bowl to Troy Powell. Shot! And he's gone again! And another no ball! Can someone talk to Demar Anderson and tell him not to bowl short to Troy Powell? If he does, Troy Powell is going to pump him over the boundary.
As I mentioned earlier about Troy Powell, I remember him scoring a half century from 17 deliveries. And so far, you look at how he's scoring, maybe he's in for the record this season.
Wow.
Outstanding performance from the big man.
Demar Anderson is not learning. He's not learning.
Well, he's 20. He's
So
20.
the score 146 for 5. Well, we've lost track of the score. We're trying to We're trying to confirm the
based on how
score.
Troy Powell is going, anybody would lost track of everything. He's just been brutal to Dietmar Anderson.
So this is another free hit. Let's see, Dietmar Anderson has to get this one right up to the batsman. Goes short again, but this one is not dispatched by Troy Powell and is caught, but that's not going to be out because it's a free hit. Well, they come through for two. Excitement at the commentary area.
A lot of excitement been going on. Courtesy
Here's
of this
Dietmar
man and
Anderson up to the wicket to bowl to Troy Powell, who's advancing, and that's a rare dot ball there.
As I mentioned, Nevers a rare dot delivery from Anderson. Looking to be short to Troy Powell, and Troy Powell is in spectacular form so far.
Yes, he is. Here's Dietmar Anderson up to the wicket to bowl to Troy Powell, short, and Powell is missing out this time.
So 2 dot deliveries in a row from Anderson. This one was a slower delivery. The
Yeah.
back of the arm.
Yeah, back of the arm there from him. Slower delivery and through before Powell could respond. Full wide and signal wide. Dietmar Anderson having a horror over here.
Very,
Dietmar
very.
Anderson being taken to task.
Very, very expensive over so far from Anderson. And well, this one is tough.
Oh my word.
Down
Is
to
this
the
one
line,
going to be
it
caught?
goes
No.
down. Another Ray and Never 6. An expensive over finally comes to an end. And Anderson have been put under the sword.
I have no idea how many came off that over, but it must at least be 25. I lost track of it. No. I'm sorry about that, folks, but 28 of that over. At least 9 deliveries. 9 deliveries. Yes. 2 no balls and a wide. 9 deliveries. 28 off the over. Devastating. So 161 for 5 is the score. 161 for 5 at the end of over number 18.
A miserable day for Dietmar Anderson with ball in hand. 32 came from that Anderson over. And Troy Powell was brutal on the day. Took Anderson to the cleaners.
Absolute. I don't even want to say cleaners. The car wash, the cleaners, the grocery store, the bar, the restaurant. Took him all over the place. So
Young Virgo is back into the attack
this
from
is
the jerk center
this is
end.
going to be a massive score. And you think about what happened with Jadu, and for Junction to be in this position, it shows a kind of batting that has been exhibited by Banks and Powell, Troy Powell.
And let's see how Virgo starts
Virgo into Banks is hitting that back past the bowler, and that's only going to be 1. So Banks on 59 and Powell 38 from 13. You said 17 for 50. He has 4 more deliveries.
Can he
And in
create-
this mood,
Or can he repeat history? He's a historian.
he's not a youngster,
Tends
but
to
he
like
still has
this
power.
Lynx bowling attack as well.
Milk and sugar,
Candy from a baby.
my word.
That's how this man is going.
Here's Virgo now, up to the wicket to bowl to Powell. And that one signal wide. 1 more to the total, 163 for 5 in the 19th over here.
Lynx, they won the toss and decided to bowl. And they did it at Sheridan Park as well. They love to chase down total.
They got away with it, I think, against Gale, but they're not getting away here as Virgo is into Powell. And that's one off the edge, and the man, third man, comes around, stops it, and they come through for two. So, and that's going to be an overthrow. So 3 off that. Lynx being messy in the field.
Poor from Lynx United. The ball thrown from
166 for 5.
a deep third man area, and no one was being able to back up. This is poor cricket from Lynx United.
Indeed.
At this level, you expect a player who has played at a national level, or so to speak. Oh, lovely, terrific timing. Shot off a 30. Great dexterity from Damian Banks. And he continues to do a ripper of a innings for the Junction.
That has to be the
Ballards
shot
team.
of the day. Oh my word. Just caressing that one. Damian Banks into the cover boundary. You could hear it from where we were, our commentary point, as it crashed off the bat and into the boundary for an SDC 4 from Damian Banks. The score 175.
The fans have been cheated with some lovely shot from Banks.
Indeed.
You look at that shot. He didn't try to overhit it. He just caressed that ball over the extra cover region. Top
Yes,
shot.
he did. Just came onto the front foot and just caressing it.
That's a shot of a man in sublime form.
Indeed. You're starting to wonder now, Marlon, is 200 on the cards.
With 1 over to go.
Uh,
The base are now these two batters in the middle. And the good thing about it, it's a left and right combination.
His bowler into Banks. Nice Yorker there from him. Just jamming Banks for room, and he's not able to get that off the square. Right up in the back hole there.
Young Virgo just recently came back from St. Vincent with the Jamaica under-19 team.
Where the way Owe Banks and Powell is going, he may want to go back to St. Vincent. Here's Virgo up to the wicket to bowl to Powell. And Powell is hitting that one hard. Is he going to be out? No, it's not. That is another Ray and Nephew. 15 deliveries, 47 runs is the man, Troy Powell.
Troy Powell, outstanding, remarkable. Over-pitch delivery from Virgo. And the power of the man, he didn't try to overhit it. Just came on the front foot and just caressed it over long off. Top shot from Troy Powell.
The score 177 for 5. So 177 for 5. Powell, Troy Powell on 47. Oh, missing his Powell there. That's a rare dot ball. So after 16 deliveries, is on 48. So he can replicate that 50 from 17 deliveries. The 41-year-old is he now, Troy Powell? He's a big man though. I'm not sure his age, but he's
over
big man.
40 because he's playing over 40 a few years now.
Is he?
Yes, he is.
I didn't realize he was
Yes.
that old.
And how he's operating on the field of play is like he's 17 going 18.
This Junction Ballards Valley team, they are advanced in age, but certainly allowing their experience and power to show. So with 1 over to go, the score 177 for 5, and 200 is on the cards.
Well, 23 runs from 6 deliveries based on how these two batters in the middle operating. It could be on the chart.
I think it is on the cards.
But it won't be easy. And let's see who's bowling the final over. It's Amoy Campbell. First time in the game Amoy Campbell will be bowling. And guess what? It's a final over of the game.
Pressure, pressure. So will we be seeing a repeat of last year's finals where Junction and Fairfield faced off, or will we have a new finalist? Fairfield, the defending champions, already through to the finals. Lynx, they're trying to knock Junction out as Campbell is into a banks short. And let's see the signal from the umpire. Legal delivery. And that's one for the over. So good first delivery there from Campbell. Banks looking at the umpire saying, how can that not be a no ball?
Yes, indeed. In the wicket this time from Omar Campbell. First delivery and a disappointed looking Banks. Thought that was a wide delivery.
I thought so as too. As Campbell is up to Banks, who's advancing and swinging almost off his feet. And that's a dot delivery. So 200 no may not be on the cards anymore.
Excellent two first deliveries from Omar Campbell in the wicket. First deliveries was quicker through. This delivery was slow. Through the air. Back of the hands you want to see.
Fuller as well.
Dot delivery nonetheless.
So he's just mixing it up. Here's Campbell as he's up to the wicket now to bowl to Banks, and that is a full toss. And let's see, does it go into the boundary? It does. And that's 4 and SDC 4, and that's a 100-run partnership. And they move now to 181 for 5. 100 partnership in no time between Banks and Troy Powell.
Yes, these two batters in the middle really took the game away from Lynx United. At the departure of Badu's wicket, they really took the game away from Lynx.
Yeah. I think this is a par score now at 180. This is definitely going to be something that Junction Ballards Valley will have to bowl at. This is a good score at this point. And
solid platform.
Yeah, solid platform. And with the bowlers that they have in the pavilion, they'll think that they have a good chance here. 181 for 5 with 3 legal deliveries to come. As Campbell sets off on his run up to the wicket and bowls to Banks, full wide and wide. And that's 182 for 5. So 200 may be back on the cards now. 3 sixes, 200.
Your maths is absolutely correct. But Omar Campbell would want to contain a Banks who's in immaculate form so far. Is a Banks.
Here's Campbell, sets off on his run, up to the wicket now, and bowls to Banks, who's just guiding that one down to short third man, and they only get 1. Moves the score now to 183 for 5. And guess what? Guess what? Troy Powell, 16 deliveries.
46.
Yeah. He has a chance to replicate that 50 from 17 deliveries. 2 deliveries to come.
Let's see how Omar Campbell go about his business to Troy Powell. Big man is Troy Powell. But he hits the ball a mighty long way.
He hits that ball so hard.
Lynx continues to take their time to set the field. There's a deep backward point. There's an extra cover. Long on and long off.
Oh! That's high in the air and he's gone. No ball. No ball. And that's a no ball. So 1 added to the total. That's 184 now for 5, and it's a free hit to Banks.
Banks will accept a free hit.
He will.
Based on how he's
And
going.
they can change the field, but I'm not seeing any changes in the field. No, it's different batsmen. They crossed.
If you're the bowler, no.
They're changing the field now, so they do make a change.
If you're the bowler, no. What would be your thoughts with this delivery?
Well, I'm not going to bowl short, that's for sure. Probably
slower delivery into the wicket.
Yeah.
That's what I will do. Let's see what Omar Campbell have up his sleeve.
So they send the man back onto the backward point boundary as Campbell is right in to Banks. And Banks is only able to get one off the delivery. 186 for 5. 1 ball left to go. And Troy Powell still has a chance for that half century. That's Troy Powell.
Final delivery. Deep backward square comes in the 30-yard circle. Deep point and extra cover goes back.
And that's going to be 50 for Troy Powell. Lots of power in the innings, but that one just a delicate touch for an SDC 4 to get to his 50. His 52 he ends on. That's Troy Powell. And let's confirm the score at 190 for 5. Lynx will need 191 for victory.
Fantastic innings by these two batters from Junction Ballards Valley. In particular, you look at a Troy Powell coming in when a Jadu got out and made a 50 of just 18 deliveries. That was a turning point of the game. And Captain Banks leading from the front, batted like a master and getting an half century as well. Hats off to these two veterans.
Junction Ballards Valley would have been so happy when Jadu finally got out. I think he had like 10 or 30 deliveries. Really stalled the innings, the youngster. Not wanting to be too hard on him, but that is the fact. His innings really stalled the efforts of Junction Ballards Valley. And once he got out and Troy Powell got to the crease, himself and the Banks really showed real class.
Massiga asks if the Lynx team are to get into this final. Lynx team haven't been to a SDC finals, but it's a big, huge ask if you want to say. It's like climbing over a mountain to get this total.
Yeah, it's not only 191 on the board, which I think is just above par, but it's also the fact that they'll have a pitch now that has been batted on now for 60 overs. It's going to start to do things. Although, when I looked at the pitch this morning, it looked like a solid batting pitch. So there's still an opportunity for the likes of Gilzine to come out and do something with the bat. But as you say, this is going to be a tough task for Lynx.
The key thing of Lynx United, two openers have to give them a start. Bryce and Gilzine. The last game, the semi-final game at Sheridan Park, we realize Marlon Johnson, Ronaldo Ingram came in the middle and they batted very well, and that was a turning point in the game for Lynx United.
Indeed. You have to think as well to the bowling of that Junction Ballards Valley team led by Darren Powell. They're going to be coming out firing on all cylinders. The momentum with Junction Ballards Valley, right? And they're going to want to press that home. The experience that they have is going to tell them to press that advantage.
And you're absolutely correct. So I think we'll take a short break and we'll back for the reply of Lynx United innings.
The Social Development Commission leads the charge in community development. We mobilize and organize community groups. We produce high-quality community data. We empower community groups to grow their businesses. We improve the quality of life of our citizens. The Social Development Commission, building communities, building Jamaica.
Courts ready, cash. Money, move. Take a loan, enter to win. Money, move. Win cash, win a bike or a smart TV. Could even win a brand new car. Take a ready cash loan of $80,000 or more between February 19 and April 18, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win cash, a TCL Smart TV, AKT bike, or a 2024 Honda Creta. Big money, move.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Courts ready, cash, ready when you are. Big money, move.
Conditions apply. The Social Development Commission leads the charge in community development. We mobilize and organize community groups. We produce high-quality community data. We empower community groups to grow their businesses. We improve the quality of life of our citizens. The Social Development Commission, building communities, building Jamaica.
Courts ready, cash. Money, move. Take a loan, enter to win. Money, move. Win cash, win a bike or a smart TV. Could even win a brand new car. Take a ready cash loan of $80,000 or more between February 19 and April 18, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win cash, a TCL Smart TV, AKT bike, or a 2024 Honda Creta. Big money, move.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Courts ready, cash ready when you are. Big money, move.
Conditions apply. The Social Development Commission leads the charge in community development. We mobilize and organize community groups. We produce high-quality community data. We empower community groups to grow their businesses. We improve the quality of life of our citizens. The Social Development Commission, building communities, building Jamaica.
Courts ready, cash. Money, move. Take a loan, enter to win. Money, move. Win cash, win a bike or a smart TV. Could even win a brand new car. Take a ready cash loan of $80,000 or more between February 19 and April 18, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win cash, a TCL Smart TV, AKT bike, or a 2024 Honda Creta. Big money, move.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Courts ready, cash ready when you are. Big money, move.
Conditions apply. The Social Development Commission leads the charge in community development. We mobilize and organize community groups. We produce high-quality community data. We empower community groups to grow their businesses. We improve the quality of life of our citizens. The Social Development Commission, building communities, building Jamaica.
Courts ready, cash. Money, move. Take a loan, enter to win. Money, move. Win cash, win a bike or a smart TV. Could even win a brand new car. Take a ready cash loan of $80,000 or more between February 19 and April 18, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win cash, a TCL Smart TV, AKT bike, or a 2024 Honda Creta. Big money, move.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Courts ready, cash ready when you are. Big money, move.
Conditions apply. The Social Development Commission leads the charge in community development. We mobilize and organize community groups. We produce high-quality community data. We empower community groups to grow their businesses. We improve the quality of life of our citizens. The Social Development Commission, building communities, building Jamaica.
Courts ready, cash. Money, move. Take a loan, enter to win. Money, move. Win cash, win a bike or a smart TV. Could even win a brand new car. Take a ready cash loan of $80,000 or more between February 19 and April 18, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win cash, a TCL Smart TV, AKT bike, or a 2024 Honda Creta. Big money, move.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Courts ready, cash ready when you are. Big money, move.
Conditions apply. The Social Development Commission leads the charge in community development. We mobilize and organize community groups. We produce high-quality community data. We empower community groups to grow their businesses. We improve the quality of life of our citizens. The Social Development Commission, building communities, building Jamaica.
Courts ready, cash. Money, move. Take a loan, enter to win. Money, move. Win cash, win a bike or a smart TV. Could even win a brand new car. Take a ready cash loan of $80,000 or more between February 19 and April 18, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win cash, a TCL Smart TV, AKT bike, or a 2024 Honda Creta. Big money, move.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Courts ready, cash ready when you are. Big money, move.
Conditions apply. The Social Development Commission leads the charge in community development. We mobilize and organize community groups. We produce high-quality community data. We empower community groups to grow their businesses. We improve the quality of life of our citizens. The Social Development Commission, building communities, building Jamaica.
Courts ready, cash. Money, move. Take a loan, enter to win. Money, move. Win cash, win a bike or a smart TV. Could even win a brand new car. Take a ready cash loan of $80,000 or more between February 19 and April 18, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win cash, a TCL Smart TV, AKT bike, or a 2024 Honda Creta. Big money, move.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Courts ready, cash, ready when you are. Big money, move.
Conditions apply. The Social Development Commission leads the charge in community development. We mobilize and organize community groups. We produce high-quality community data. We empower community groups to grow their businesses. We improve the quality of life of our citizens. The Social Development Commission, building communities, building Jamaica.
Courts ready, cash. Money, move. Take a loan, enter to win. Money, move. Win cash, win a bike or a smart TV. Could even win a brand new car. Take a ready cash loan of $80,000 or more between February 19 and April 18, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win cash, a TCL Smart TV, AKT bike, or a 2024 Honda Creta. Big money, move.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Courts ready, cash, ready when you are. Big money, move.
Conditions apply.
The fielders are just now coming out. The team from Junction in bright orange and a deep blue, while Lynx, they're in green and a light blue. I'm going to give Marlon Pinnock an opportunity
havoc at Trevin Park last weekend.
So
for the Junction Ballards Valley team,
Darren
is
Powell,
with ball in hand.
is going
Darren
to have
Powell
ball in hand.
spoke
Bryce
with him last weekend.
is going
He
to
was saying to me he enjoyed
open the
every
batting.
bit of SDC cricket
And
since it has been played.
Gilzine.
The two batters in the middle, Jamaica Scorpion opening batter, Tevin Gilzine, and a Damian Bryce, the left-hander.
So the left-hander Bryce
This
will take
Lynx
first strike.
United team need to get a good
And
start in
Tevin
order
Gilzine
to get
will be
across
at
the
the
line.
non-striker's end.
Won't be easy. You look at the field now for Darren Powell.
So 191 for victory
Third
required.
man, there's backward point. There's cover. There's extra cover, the short extra cover. And there is a wideish mid off Anna Midon. An outstanding batting performance from the two experienced batters in the middle.
We're
for
just
the
about
Junction
ready
Ballards
to
Valley
get on
team.
the way now. Darren Powell,
First
ball in
delivery
hand,
from
sets
the
off
former
now
West Indies
up to
fast
the
bowler
wicket
Darren
and balls to
Powell.
Bryce, right
This one is
up
guided
to
and
his
down to the
armpits
wicketkeeper,
there.
Sheridan
And
Allen, and
no
he starts
run.
with a dot delivery. Is Darren Powell, age of
Darren
46
Powell
is Darren Powell.
looking to generate some
Played at
pace
the
here.
highest level for West Indies. Very experienced bowler.
Not a youngster by any stretch of the imagination, 46
Not a
years
youngster
old,
by no stretch
but
of
still
imagination.
generating real pace.
Generating real pace,
Is
real guile is Darren Powell.
Darren
Second
Powell.
delivery, wide
That
outside
one
the off stump.
wide of the off stump
Wide signal
and
immediately
dot delivery.
by the umpire.
as
That's umpire
keeper.
Williams. And Lynx is off the mark courtesy of a wide delivery.
Doesn't
from
manage
Darren
to
Powell.
pull that one in. It's actually
Very
signaled the wide
cool
by the umpire.
breeze.
And
Lovely
that
sunshine
is the
at this
Lynx
wonderful venue.
innings off
Ultimate
and running. They're
Jerk
now
Centre.
one without loss,
In this
requiring
Cover Bay
191 for victory
Darren Powell.
as Darren Powell sets off up to the
Bryce.
wicket and balls to Bryce.
Bryce is clipping
into
this one
Bryce,
towards the
and he's
onside. A bit area.
only able
Went out to Troy
to
Powell,
tap
who has
it
a
into the
fantastic innings today with the bat in hand.
onside, and
Scoring
Troy
a half
Powell picks
century
it up.
after 18
No run
deliveries.
is the result.
And his captain, Banks, was outstanding.
Darren
The
Powell
target is 192.
looking to
If
crank it
Lynx
up
United out of
and
St. Ann
turn back the years
are to make it through to their first finals in SDC cricket.
as Darren Powell,
Darren
ball in
Powell
hand,
from the
turns
jerk centre
now.
into
Is up to
Bryce.
the wicket to bowl to Bryce.
Bryce is
Again,
turning this one down
right
to the
up
fine leg area.
to Bryce, and he turns
For
it off the hip
His first
for
run and the second
a
run
single first
for
run
the
off
Lynx
the bat.
United
It's now 2 without loss.
out of St. Ann. Brings
So Tevin Gilzine
in strike.
is now going to have
first
his
delivery.
first shot
Gilzine,
at scoring
a player who
of the
has played
bowling
for the
of
Scorpions
Darren Powell.
in regional 4-day competition. I think he played about 5 games for
been
Jamaica.
absolutely
His
tough
highest score was
Commentating
83.
these
But since then,
two
haven't
matches
seen Gilzine on the
on my
national
throat, but
scene.
I'm
Good cricketer,
good to go
good prospect.
as
Here
Darren
is
Powell
Darren
is
Powell
up
to
to the
Tevin
wicket
Gilzine.
to
Short
Gilzine.
delivery.
Short delivery
Good
down
pace.
the leg side
Good
and signal
carry.
wide.
Excellent
So that
take.
was a very
By
quick
the
delivery from
wicketkeeper,
Darren
Sheridan
Powell,
Hallin.
but
Not the tallest of wicketkeepers,
short
Sheridan Hallin.
down the leg
He has
side,
to get up,
and
and he does
he
that
has to
fantastically
direct
well.
that
Excellent
delivery a little
work
bit
from
better than
Sheridan
Darren
Hallin.
Powell. Had he gotten anything on that Gilzine, that would have run away for
But
4.
the pace and the guile
Sheridan
from
Allen
Darren Powell
managed to get over
At
and
the
stop
age
that
of
going
46
away for 5 byes.
is very,
as
very
Darren
special.
Powell, arms pumping, comes into bowl to
Don't-
Gilzine, down the leg
Ooh,
side again,
some steam
and
generated
wide.
here.
And we
Another
here
wide
at the
delivery.
commentary position,
But if you look at the pace and the bounce from the former West Indies fast bowler, Darren Powell, generating some steam. And Gilzine, not the greatest of pullers, Gilzine, but he'll want to get a start for his team. Lynx desperate would want to win SDC competition. It won't be easy, a massive axe. As Powell gets ready to bowl to Gilzine. Another delivery down the leg side, 3 in a row. 3 wide deliveries from Darren Powell. Not getting his radar right to the right-hander. So Darren Powell needs to get his radar right to the right-hander. 3 in a row, 3 wide deliveries. Let's see who comes here to Gilzine. This one is punch out to off the back foot through the cover point region. They get back for 2. Positive looking Tevin Gilzine. Just came on the back foot, didn't try to overhit it on his toes and just caressed that ball through the cover point region for his first run. And a sedate start by Lynx United so far. A very important opening partnership is needed, but this man with ball can be very detrimental. Andre McCarthy, Lennox Simpson, all good players, all experienced players, all players that have been through the youth programs. David Powell, we call him Tulu, won't be easy. And the Lynx batting, a lot of batting to come. But it's today or no other day for Lynx United. Darren Powell will be getting ready to bowl to Gilzine. Short delivery, squared him up, all 2s and 3s here from Gilzine. Another run, that's a leg by signal by umpire Williams. And the score is up to 8 without loss. The very first over of the Lynx United reply. Damian Bryce, what a magnificent spell of bowling today. 3 wickets to his name at the top of the order. And here is Darren Powell to Damian Bryce. Driven off the up. Excellent feeling. That's David Powell, the experienced veteran, does well. Diving away to his right, the weaker side. And that completes the first over of the reply. Lynx United, they are 8 without loss.
So that was Marlon Pinocchio introducing him to you. He's an up-and-coming cricket commentator. Hopefully, in future, you'll be able to hear yourself and myself in the balance. Without loss after one over, chasing 191 for victory. We have a couple more reports to keep you up to date.
Lennox Simpson, the man who had a remarkable spell of bowling in that quarterfinal game at Shedden Park. 4 for 13. Seemed to me he's going to be operating from this or commentary box end.
Good first over there for both teams. I'd say about par for both of them. 8 runs, no wickets. Holding serve.
Yes, indeed, Darren Powell bowling to a Bryce. The line was perfect, but getting a Gilzine the right-hander, he was strained down the leg side. We'd want to see how he comes back for a second over.
Indeed.
Like the right-handed Gilzine, is he injured? Or is it Damian Bryce?
I'm not certain what's going on, but there's a big conference going on by the boundary. The fielders all have gathered right at the pitch. Seems as if whatever it was has been sorted out.
So we are ready for the resumption of the cricket. Lennox Simpson was spectacular in that quarterfinal game at Shedden Park. 4 overs, 4 for 13. Outstanding on the day.
If he gets 4 for 13 here, there can only be one victor.
You're absolutely correct there, Nevers. Well, let's look at the field for a Lennox Simpson. There's a slip, there's backward point, there's cover. Mid off, long on the boundary, as well as deep mid wicket. Long on and deep mid wicket are the two fielders out of the 30-yard circle.
Yeah, power play still on.
Not just one over ball.
One over ball. It's interesting that they do have that slip though. When you have 190 on the board, I think you have the luxury of affording the extra attacking fielder. And Junction Ballards Valley has taken that opportunity to get the extra attacking fielder in. Simpson is in, and guiding that one down is Gilzine, and he comes through for a single. So it was Gilzine that was actually hurt. I wonder what happened with him.
Well,
I didn't see anything of significance. Didn't see him getting hit.
I didn't see either.
Maybe it's cramps. It's a very hot day. As Bryce is going to be on strike, I can tell you something, when you have a wounded warrior, they can be very dangerous.
Very detrimental as well.
Yeah.
Let's see how Lennox Simpson copes here to Damian Bryce.
Yeah. So Simpson is going to be bowling to Bryce. He's up to the wicket now and bowls to Bryce, who's flailing that one to Troy Powell at backward point, and that's a dot delivery.
Puck offside field for Bryce.
And that has to be the plan. Outside off stump, you have 5 fielders on the offside. That's where he has to go, and he pushes one into the pads and they come through for a single. Not bowling to the field there is Simpson.
Excellently played by Bryce. Sees that there was a vacant mid-wicket. Just tuck that ball to that vacant mid-wicket and shuttles through for an easy run.
So Gilzine will be back on strike now, and he's going to be bowling to, he's going to be batting to Simpson. He'll be facing up to Simpson. So Simpson ball in hand, bowling to Gilzine, and Gilzine is just tapping that one down the onside and no run. It's been a long day for me, my friend Marlon.
It is a long day for both of us in a humid condition.
Oh my. Just yesterday I was saying all day seems I've been sweating for 5-7 days in a row. And here comes Simpson into Gilzine short, and Gilzine not able to take full advantage of it, but they do come through for a single. I think that makes it now 11 for none.
Rear back delivery from Lennox Simpson. This young man
should have been put away by Gilzine.
Definitely. This young man in Lennox Simpson has been doing remarkable job over and over for this Junction Ballards Valley team.
Here is Simpson into ball to Bryce, full and driven into cover region, and just short of short cover, and they're only able to get a single. So the score now 12 without loss, so 4 off the over. A very good over there from Simpson.
So 12 from 2, 6 runs and over so far from the Lynx United team. Not a bad start
for either team.
So we'd want to say a sedate start for both teams then.
No wickets for Junction. No shot in anger really yet from Lynx. So both teams just feeling each other out. And I suspect this third over is where something will happen. Is it going to be Darren Powell? I think it is.
Well, remember last week at Shredwin Park, his second over, his first delivery was a wicket.
It was the second over that he really exploded, Darren Powell.
And then the second delivery was his second wicket.
And then the third one should have been his third wicket.
Damian Bryce.
Yeah. He bangs, dropping it. And then fourth delivery was his third wicket. Here's Darren Powell up to the wicket to bowl to Bryce. Short and hit back over the bowler's head. And that's going to go into the boundary now for an SDC 4. Damian Bryce is standing tall and forcing that one back over the head of Darren Powell. Is bowling too short is Darren Powell. When he got his wicket at the Shedwin Oval, it was a little bit fuller and moving the ball away. Here, he's just bowling short, short and short. And so far, Bryce up to the task as Powell is into bowl to Bryce. He's down the track and again short. And that's a dot ball. And Darren Powell having a few words with Bryce. And Bryce telling him, go back to your marks, sir.
Heat is hot here at Discovery Bay St. Ann. My, former West Indies fast bowler Darren Powell. What are you doing?
Yeah, he's getting ready.
Let's see the response of Darren Powell. Battle
Here's
is on
Darren
here.
Powell, arms pumping, comes into bowl to Bryce. That one just back of a length, and he's guiding that one down to short third man region and comes through for a single. Is Damian Bryce. The score now 17 for none. 17 for none.
Still some words been said by Bryce to Powell.
Or Powell to Bryce.
Or Powell to Bryce. But some communication going on between both.
And I'm pretty sure that communication is not what you're having for dinner.
SDC cricket, lovely cricket.
Powell sets off now. He's up to the wicket and bowls to Gilzine. Right on the hip of Gilzine, and Gilzine just comes back deep into his crease and blunts that one down onto the pitch. And no run is the result. Score stays at 17 without loss.
Good delivery from Darren Powell. Dot delivery, cramping Gilzine for room. No batter likes it in that area, the blind side.
Here's Powell into Gilzine. Is short, is short, is short, is short. Darren Powell. And that signal one for the over now. If I'm Devin Gilzine, I'm sitting back on that back foot, and if he goes short, I'm pulling him out of this oval.
Andre McCarthy at the fine leg boundary, giving Darren Powell the support he requires.
Yes. Here is Darren Powell now, turns arm, leg, pumping up to the wicket and bowls to Gilzine again, back of a length. And Powell can't stop them getting that single. It's now 18 without loss, 6 off that over from Darren Powell. So, as Marlon Pinnock departs, I'm going to be your commentator for the remaining 17 overs. It's going to be a big task, a big ask for me, but I'm up to it. So Gilzine will be on strike, and is going to be facing up to Lennox Simpson in for his second over. He's just turning that one around the corner for a double from Gilzine. Pushes the score now to 20 without loss. So Simpson, ball in hand, getting ready now to bowl to Tevin Gilzine. He's up to the wicket and bowls to Gilzine. And Gilzine is looking to just guide that one down to short third man. He does. And gets a single. 21 now without loss. Tight bowling here from Junction Ballards Valley. They won't mind the singles. They won't mind the doubles. As Bryce comes into strike now, I'm expecting something to happen here. Some fireworks from Bryce, Damian Bryce. Bowled well today, kept well as well, and now is opening the batting. Central to this Lynx team is Bryce, as this one is turned around the corner by Bryce. No fireworks, and they only get a single. It's now 22 without loss is Lynx. So Lennox Simpson has been bowling well so far, as he's ready now to bowl to Gilzine, into bowl to Gilzine, and Gilzine is just hitting that one to the man at backward point, and they come through. Well, they don't come through for any run. It's a dot delivery. Score stays at 22 without loss. 2 deliveries to come. Here's Simpson up to the wicket and bowls to Bryce. That one fuller, and Bryce launches into that one and sends it out of the park for a Ray and Nephew 6. The score now 28 without loss. That is the first 6 of this innings. The first real shot in anger. And that's the first delivery that Lennox Simpson bowled fuller, flighting that one and dealt with disdain. As the sound system stops now, so Lennox Simpson can bowl to Gilzine. Gilzine goes again. This one high, hard, and it's almost caught beyond the boundary. But guess what? That's another Ray and Nephew 6. Back-to-back 6s here from Tevin Gilzine. The score now 34 without loss after 4 overs. Lennox Simpson, first 4 deliveries went for 4 runs, and then 2 big 6s pushed the score to 34 without loss, and meant that 16 runs came from that over. Sorry. So after 5 overs, Junction Ballards Valley were 36. After 4 overs, Lynx, they are 34. But remember that blitz at the end of the innings by Troy Powell and Damian Banks. And that's going to be a run, I think, to the... total. And Ebanks is the bowler, so Ebanks is bowling. And Gilzine, he's going to be on strike now. Last two deliveries that he faced went for two Ray and Nephew sixes. Can he follow up with that? Captain Damian Ebanks, ball in hand, comes up now to bowl his gentle medium pacers to Gilzine. And that's only going to be one. So the score moves on now to 36 without loss in the fifth over. So here is Bryce. He's going to be on strike, facing up to Damian Ebanks, full, and Ebanks is dispatched to the cover boundary for an SDC 4 by Damian Bryce. And the score pushes on now to 40 without loss. Gilzine and Bryce making hay while the sun shines. A real flutter of a delivery there from Ebanks. Slower ball, and Bryce just waited on it and dispatched it to the cover boundary. Here's the reply. This one takes the top edge high in the air, but it's going to fall safe, and they're only going to get one. Score now 41 without loss. So Gilzine will be back on strike here, and Ebanks with his gentle medium pacer into ball to him, and he's hitting that over the head of the man at short cover, and he get another single. 42 without loss. 4.9, 4.5 overs gone. One more delivery to come in this over. Here is Bryce's second boundary, and this one goes for a 6, a Ray and Nephew 6. So after hitting 4, a Ray and Nephew 4, Bryce hits, an SDC 4, Bryce now hits a Ray and Nephew 6. Identical region, both over cover, inside out. First one went for 4, this one for 6. Top shot there from Bryce. Inside out, over cover for 6. So the score pushes on now to 48 without loss after 5 overs. So McCarthy is the new bowler, and Gilzine gets one off that and pushes the score to 49 without loss. Important over here from McCarthy. This is the final over of the power play. Here's McCarthy, is into bowl to Bryce. Bryce is just hitting that one down the pitch, and he thought about the single there, but there was never one on, and he's sent back by Gilzine, and that's a dot delivery. So here's Andre McCarthy. He's up now to bowl to Bryce, who's advancing down the wicket. And short delivery. signal one for the over there. McCarthy just bending the back and putting a little bit more effort into that one. And zipping past the outside edge of Damian Bryce. He wasn't able to get any bat on that one. Here's McCarthy now as he turns, coming in to bowl to Bryce, who's fidgeting at the crease. That one down the leg side. And is it going to be 5 wides? 4 runs, actually. So he did get a little bit of bat on that, the Damian Bryce. So 53 without loss now as a 50 comes up for Lynx United. They are still in this match, Lynx United. Tevin Gilzine and Damian Bryce ensuring that they stay in it even after 2 excellent overs from Darren Powell and 2 excellent overs from Simpson. Lynx are still in it. Here's McCarthy up to the wicket and bowls to Bryce, who's advancing down and pumping that one over the man at short cover and into the cover boundary. That is an SDC 4. So the score now 57 without loss in the 6th over. And Lynx United is on the charge. It's a fantastic day here at the Ultimate Oval as McCarthy is up to the wicket now and bowls to Bryce, who's hitting him back over his head, high, hard. And that's going to go into the boundary for consecutive SDC 4s. The score now 61 without loss. That's actually 3 4s in a row now from Bryce. And that is the end of the power play, end of 6 overs. And at 61 without loss, the team from St. Anne is going at greater than 10 and over. So Ibanks has taken himself off. And I think that's David Powell. So David Powell is going to be bowling his first over. And he's going to be bowling to Gilzine. Bryce has really taken on the job of scoring quickly. And this opening partnership worth 61 runs so far. David Powell ensuring that he has his field set correctly. As a man on a cover boundary sweeping, deep mid wicket, long on, long off on the boundary. As David Powell comes in now to Gilzine, who's just going down on one knee and sweeping that one and gets another SDC 4. So the score now 65 without loss. As fine leg is now put in. Andre McCarthy goes to that fine leg now. And here's David Powell, and that one cut. And good stop there from the fielder, a backward point. And they only get one. And Bryce, the dangerous Bryce, is going to be on strike. So 66 without loss is the score now. So David Powell coming under a little bit of pressure here, as Gilzine has already taken 5 of 2 deliveries. He's up to bowl to Bryce, and Bryce is just tapping that one down, and McCarthy runs in and can't stop the single. Score now 67 without loss. And Junction, they're going to need a breakthrough soon, or this could very well get out of hand for them. Still a very good batting pitch. When I did the inspection early this morning, I thought no devils in the pitch, as Gilzine is flashing outside the off stump, and there's no run. First start delivery of the over. Again, this is a very, very, very good batting pitch. No devils in this pitch, as Powell is into Gilzine, was just backing away and forcing that one down to the boundary, and the fielder dives and stops that one. Still 2 to the score. It's now 69 without loss. So 8 of the over so far, and 2 deliveries to come. Actually, 1 delivery to come. 8 off the over so far. Here's David Powell to Gilzine. Short, and he's lifting that one high in the air. Can McCarthy get to it? Yes, he can. And he's gone. And the first wicket has gone down. It's now 69 for 1. Gilzine played that same shot earlier in the over and got 4 for it. The shot, though, was squarer, a lot squarer, and he got 4 for it. The captain of Banks pushed McCarthy onto the boundary, and you could just feel that shot coming. This one a little straighter from Gilzine, and McCarthy had to run about 15 meters to his left and took a very easy catch. 69 for 1 after 7 overs gone now is Lynx United. So Ingram is going to be the new batsman. And Howard Powell is going to be the new bowler. So Howard Powell. So we had David Powell in the previous over. Howard Powell is going to be bowling now, and Ingram is going to be on strike. That's actually Bryce that's on strike. And they get 2. So 71 for 1 is the score now in the 8th over. So again, the bowler Howard Powell, the batsman Damian Bryce, and the non-striker is Ingram. Here is Powell into ball to Bryce, was flashing outside the off stump and missing there. And Howard Powell having a dot ball as he's in to Bryce, full of that one, and Bryce is forcing that one to the man at long off, and they come through for a single. The score now 72 for 1. So 3 deliveries gone in this over, 3 deliveries to come. This is the 8th over, and Ingram is going to have an opportunity to get his first shot at scoring some runs. Oh, this is going to be interesting, as Howard Powell is into Ingram, and he's working this one down to long on for a run. It's now 73 for 1. So here's Powell into ball to Bryce, who's hitting that one to the man on the cover boundary, and they only get 1. Bryce disappointed with his shot, thought he could have gotten 4 for that one, certainly was on. So 5 off the over so far, 1 delivery to come. The score 74 for 1. $117 to get, 73 deliveries to come, as Howard Powell, ball in hand, comes into ball to Ingram, who's playing that one into the cover region, and the man at short cover picks it up. And that's the end of the 8th over. The score 74 for 1. So Bryce will be the batsman. David Powell, the bowler, comes into bowl to Bryce, who's just turning that one around the corner for a single. 75 now for 1. Ronaldo Ingram is going to be on strike now. So Ronaldo Ingram on strike. David Powell, ball in hand, comes up. David Powell to Ingram, and he's driving that one past the bowler and into the boundary. 4, and SDC 4 pushes the score now to 79 for the loss of 1. So 79 for the loss of 1. A reminder, the finals will be played at Shedwin Park next week, Sunday, a week from now. So here is Powell into Ingram, and Ingram is hitting this one down to the man at long on, and there's only one. The score moves now to 80 for 1. And Bryce is going to be on strike now. David Powell with ball in hand. And here is David Powell. Ooh, that is going down to the third man boundary, into the boundary now for 4. Is it 4 buys, 4 runs? 4 runs. Took the edge there. So edge there from Powell, David Powell. Edge induced. And the keeper, Sheridan Allen, could not take it. Runs down to the third man boundary for 4. SDC 4. Here is David Powell into bowl to Bryce. And Bryce is hitting this one high, hard. And is it going to be caught? Yes, it is. Oh, my word. He stepped on the rope, and that has gone for 6. And Ray and Nephew 6. And that pushes the score to 90 for 1. Awful, awful, awful fielding there on the long off boundary. Caught it and then took it over the boundary. So it's been a long day for us, but apparently it's been a long day for Junction as well. Don't know what that one was. So David Powell, 2 drop catches so far in this over, is up to bowl to Bryce. Bryce is just patting that one down back to David Powell, and there's no run. Reminder, the SDC National T20 Cricket Competition Grand Finals will be held on Sunday, August 25th at the Shedwin Park Oval in St. Catherine. The cost for entry will be $1,000 for adults, and children under 12 will be free. The third place playoff will be at the Port Esquivel Oval in Old Harbour, St. Catherine. That's going to be on Saturday, August 24th. A shout out as well to our sponsors, the Social Development Commission, the Ministry of Local Government and Community, the Ministry of Local Government and Community. Let me say that again. The Ministry of Local Government and Community Development, Courts Ready Cash, National Housing Trust, Hart NSTA Trust, Lasco Financial Services Limited, Ray and Nephew, the Jamaica Cricket Association, and of course, Irie FM. So at the end of that over, the score is 90 for 1. So at the end of 9 overs, it's 90 for 1. So they're scoring at just about 10 and over, having lost just 1 wicket. Should have been 2. Bryce being let off. I think we're having a water break now. Do we want to go for the break, Mr. Producer?
The Social Development Commission leads the charge in community development. We mobilize and organize community groups. We produce high-quality community data. We empower community groups to grow their businesses. We improve the quality of life of our citizens. The Social Development Commission, building communities, building Jamaica.
Courts ready, cash. Money, move. Take a loan, enter to win. Money, move. Win cash, win a bike or a smart TV. Could even win a brand new car. Take a ready cash cash loan of $80,000 or more between February 19 and April 18, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win cash, a TCL Smart TV, AKT bike, or a 2024 Hyundai Creta. Big money moves.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Courts ready cash, ready when you are. Big money moves.
Conditions apply.
So we're back for the 10th over. And Ingram is going to be on strike. And how is this going to go? And Simpson is going to be bowling. Ingram missing out there. Here's Simpson. Into ball to Ingram, and Ingram is punching that one off the back foot to the long on region, and they come through for one. It's now 91 for one. So 100 runs to get. And 64 deliveries to come. Bryce is going to be on strike. Here is Simpson into ball to Bryce, and Bryce is just forcing that off the back foot, and that's going to be 50 from Bryce. He's played a very good innings so far. Lynx will want him to carry on and maybe get 100 here to see them into the SDC T20 competition finals. A reminder again, the SDC National T20 competition grand finale will be held on Sunday, August 25th. That's next week Sunday, as Ingram is punching that one down to long off for one. 93 now for one. A reminder, the third place playoff will be at Port Esquivel in Olaba on Saturday, August 24th. $1,000 for entry into the finals on Sunday, August 25th. And children under 12 will be free, as Bryce is back and forcing this one into the cover region, and there's no run. Here's Simpson now to Bryce. What's going to be happening here? Bryce is cutting this one and is peeling off the outer portion of the bat and goes into the boundary now for an SDC 4. The score now 97 for one. And that's the end of the 10th over. So 7 off that over. So exactly 60 deliveries to come and 94 runs to get. So at the end of the 10th over, 97 for one. Current run rate 9.7, required run rate 9.4. Lynx are exactly where they would want to be. So Troy Paul is going to be in the attack now. 52 from 18 in his turn at bat. He's going to be bowling to Ingram. And Ingram is flicking this one into the onside, and they only get one. Should have been two. So it's now 98 for one. Bryce 54 from 38. So Troy Powell, short, diminutive, powerful figure of Troy Powell with ball in hand. Gets ready now to bowl to Damian Bryce. Bryce is just looking to get forward, but gets the outer edge off that one, and it runs away to the boundary, and they pick up two before it can go into the boundary. And that's 100 now, up. 10.2 overs gone, and they're 100 for one. So here is Powell, is into bowl to Bryce, and Bryce is just turning that one into the onside, and Troy Powell sets off and prevents the second. Score now 101 for one. 90 runs required from 57 deliveries.
My girl Gucci. What she say? No, and I remix more. Give me original.
And this one to Ingram is just tugged around. And is it going to get into the boundary? Yes, it does. Poor fielding there from Junction. And that is a SDC 4. The score now pushes on to 105 for one. Really should have been cut off, that one. So Ingram again getting ready to face Troy Powell, and this one is driven down the ground to the man at long off, and they get a single. It's 106 now for one. One more delivery to come in this, the 11th over. And Bryce, he's going to be on strike. Here is Troy Powell into bowl to Bryce, and Bryce is looking to just push that one to the man at point and set off for the single. No run there. The 11th over ends with Lynx on 106 for one. They require further 85 runs to win and 54 deliveries to come. So Simpson is back for his third over here, and he's going to be bowling to Ingram. So Ingram works that into the onside, and they power through for two. So it's now 108 for one, and Lennox Simpson is bowling. And shot there from Ingram into the cover boundary for a 4. And the score now pushes on to 112 for 1. That was an SDC 4 there from Ingram. Simpson being taken to task. Here is getting ready now to bowl to Ingram again. Fuller and beaten is Ingram. That one quicker through the air as well from Ingram. And that's a dot delivery. And the score remains an 112 for 1. 51 deliveries to come and 79 to get as Ingram is pulling this short delivery to the man at mid-wicket, and they only get 1. So that pushes the score now to 113. 113 for 1. And Bryce is going to be back on strike here. Ingram has 21 from 14, is going at a strike rate of 150. So again, 78 needed as Bryce is just going. He's going to come forward and then pushes it to point. And there's a diving stop there at point. Looks like Troy Powell, and only 1 is the result. The score now pushes on to 114 for 1. And Ingram is going to be on strike to Simpson. Quicker, shorter one, and that one is pulled to the mid-wicket boundary, and they only get 1. So it's 115 for 1 at the end of the 12th over. So 8 overs to come, 78 to get, 9 wickets in hand. If you're thinking about the mathematical equation, that's 48 from 78. So Troy Powell is going to be bowling the 13th over, and Ingram is going to be on strike. Here's Ingram, ball in hand. Powell, and he's bowled. Ingram is gone, trying to hit that one over, long off, missing, and his off stump rocked back. And Troy Powell strikes. The second wicket goes down. It's now 115 for 2. Is there yet a twist in this tale? Damien Bryce has been there from ball 1. He's already notched a 50 on the board. Half century on the board. And he's going to be key to what happens from here on out. Darren Powell still has a couple of overs, and David Powell as well. So still lots of batting, lots of bowling to come. And this match is getting exciting as Demar Anderson comes to the crease. So Demar Anderson will be the new batsman. As the second wicket falls. So Demar Anderson, big, strong, burly fellow. He can easily hit this ball out of the park. Troy Powell though, lots of guile, lots of experience. He'll be bowling to Demar Anderson as Troy Powell pulls out of that run-up. And it's not yet ready to bowl to Demar Anderson. So here's Troy Paul to the new batsman. Demar Anderson is back on the back foot and pushed past the man at short cover there. And they come through for one. And it's going to be now 116 for two in the 13th over. Bryce is going to be on strike. No. Hasn't missed as Powell is goal. And look at this now. It's going to be tight. Wow. Demar Anderson pushing that one to the short cover region. And then Bryce, pushing that to the short cover region. And Demar Anderson rushing through for the single. As Troy Powell into Demar Anderson was pushing that down the ground. And they get another single. Score now 118 for two in the 13th over. Bryce had a life as he's facing now Powell, and that's another quick single. Good running here from the batsmen from Lynx United. They're just looking for the single. So 4-1 so far, 5 deliveries in the over. Troy Powell is up to Demar Anderson and he's looking for the single again, but that's going to be a dot delivery. And that's the end of the 13th over. It's 119 for two. So that's 72 required from the next 42 deliveries. So Bryce, as I said, had a life early on in his innings. Hit the ball to the man at long off, catch taken, and the man at long off actually went over the boundary with the ball. Obviously didn't know what was happening. I wasn't aware of what was happening behind him and carried the ball over the boundary. Gave Bryce a life and resulted in 6 runs to Bryce. That could prove important as Brandon Simpson is going to be bowling now to Bryce. He's up to the wicket now and bowls to Bryce, and Bryce is just guiding that one to the third man region, and they come through for a single. It's now 120 for two. Reminder that the finals of this competition will be held on Sunday, August 25th, a week from today. As Simpson is in to bowl to Demar Anderson, is hitting that one hard back past the bowler, and the man at long off comes in and picks it up, and that's going to be another single. It's 121 now for two in the 14th over. So the finals of this competition will be next week, Sunday, a week from today, at Chedwin Park Oval. $1,000 for adults to come in, and youngsters under 12 come in for free. As this one is punched down to backward point and they come through for a single. It's now 122 for two. Simpson comes in and that one pulled back past the bowler, and another single. And that means we're now 123 for two in the 14th over. 4 singles so far, and Simpson just starting to turn the screws a little bit as Bryce looks as if he's getting a little bit antsy here. Something is going to happen in this delivery as Simpson down the leg side, and that's a wide delivery, and that's going to push the score now to 124 for two. Simpson ball in hand, gets ready now to bowl to Bryce. He's in, bowls to Bryce, and that's once, falling just short of the man there at backward point. Hit in the air from Bryce, And they come through for a single. Score now 125 for 2 as this one is slapped to the man at cover. And they come back for the second. Oh, if that had hit, he would have been gone, Bryce. The throw probably a little bit too full there. And the score now 127 for 2 at the end of the 14th over, which means that 64 is needed from the next 36 deliveries. So required rate just about 10 and a half and over from here on out. This is going to be difficult. Well, it's going to be interesting. I wouldn't say difficult just yet, but it's going to be interesting for both teams. Getting ready to call this next over.
Well, this one is hitting off the outer portion of the bat. Will it have the wings to get to the third man boundary? Effort. Yes, it should before. Should before the fielder contacted the boundary ropes when the ball was in his hands. That's a top shot from Anderson. An excellent work on the boundary from Darren Powell. And a no ball as well. It's a no ball. So a free hit to Dietmar Anderson. Wow, wow, wow. Could this be costly for Junction Ballards Valley? And Troy Powell will be bowling to Dietmar Anderson, and this is a free hit. Extra cover is on the boundary. Deep backward square, deep mid wicket, long on and long off. Free hit. Oh my gracious me! That's smacked out of ultimate jerk center for Ray and every 6 to Anderson. Sublime shot there by Anderson. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What a game we're having here. Beautiful shot. Look at that for a shot over mid wicket. And Anderson is on a roll. You look at that shot from Anderson and you see him at the wicket at times playing some shot, getting out, and the power what this man possesses, it's abnormal. That's a big shot. And guess what? Force a change of ball as well, because that gone a mighty long way somewhere in Discovery Bay, the town. Big shot from Anderson. Anderson is on 14 from 9 deliveries. And a Ray Neville 6 to his credit so far. Let's see the response of Troy Powell. He's going straight, high, long, massive. That's another Ray and Neville 6 to Dietmar Henderson. He's up to 20 from 10. That's a big shot by Henderson in the heart. And this man, Dietmar Henderson, is a no-nonsense player. That's bread and butter for the left-hander. A remarkable timing from the left-hander. And if he stays at the wicket for the next 2 or 3 overs, it will be over for Junction Ballards Valley. The four-time champions, Troy Powell. Remember when Dietmar Anderson was bowling, this man, Troy Powell, took Dietmar Anderson to the sword. Now Dietmar Anderson returning the favor. A slower delivery down the leg side. And Anderson looking to heave that ball over deep backward square. Missed out. And a rare dot delivery from Troy Powell. And Troy Powell took Dietmar Anderson to the sword. And Dietmar Anderson hitting the ball over extra cover. They cross for one. David Powell does well. Reduce them to a single.
So, my good friend Marlon, Dietmar Anderson returning the favor to Troy Powell there. 18 off that over. Two
Well,
big
it's not the end
sixes.
of the over. Still a delivery remaining. But
One more
Dietmar
delivery.
Anderson is in spectacular form so far.
So one more delivery in the over. 18. So Troy Powell under a lot of pressure here.
$145 for two. And Troy Powell so far.
Here's Troy Powell to Bryce. And
that completes another over.
146 now. 146 now for two at the end of 15 overs. 30 deliveries to come.
And 46 runs to get. Where is your money, Nevers?
I'm going to say Lynx. I'm going to say Lynx. With 30 deliveries to come, 45 to get, that's going to be 9 and over. You should be able to get that if you're a Lynx with the likes of Dietmar Anderson and Bryce. Here's Simpson, final over, into bowl to Bryce, and Bryce is slashing this one into the boundary for an SDC 4.
Top shot from Damian Bryce. Short and wide from Simpson. And Damian Bryce just caressed that ball to the right of that fielder at backward point. And the sweeper on the boundary stood no chance whatsoever. Lovely shot from Bryce.
Starting to get out of hand here for Junction. 41 to get now from 29 as the 150 is on the board now. You're wondering where is the likes of Darren Powell? Will he be brought back at some point? Has to be. And this one inside edge there as Bryce tried to go for the big shot and he only get one. The score now 151 for two.
Brings Dietmar Anderson back in strike. 21 from 13 deliveries is Anderson. This man can hit the ball a mighty long ways, Anderson.
Oh. What power from Dietmar Anderson. The power being exhibited here by Dietmar Anderson is unreal. We're sitting here at the commentary position at least 70 meters away from Dietmar Anderson, and every time he hits that ball we can hear it as if it's a shot being
good delivery this time around.
Fired right by our ears. That one didn't come off there for Dietmar Anderson, and that's a dot ball. So 36 needed from 22 deliveries. So the score 156 for two, sorry, 156 for two. 30, 35 required from the next 25 deliveries. Oh no, Bryce. That is a poor dismissal from Bryce. Could have put that one anywhere, Marlon. Decided to tap it basically in the hands of the fielders. And he's gone. And the third wicket has fallen.
Yes, a well played innings from Bryce. Made 68 from 42 deliveries. But a tame dismissal based on the context of the game. But a batter who have a lot of experience making his way to the wicket. Marlon Johnson. Marlon Johnson and Ronaldo Ingram won the last game at Sheridan Park, that crucial quarterfinals game. But a Dietmar Anderson, who's well set at the wicket, and a Marlon Johnson joining on the hack. Lynx United still at advantage at the present moment.
Absolutely still advantage, Lynx. They're top 5 brutal. So 24 deliveries to come, 35 to get.
Well,
I think
Darren Powell is brought back into the attack.
The schoolboy has to come next, right? So I'm thinking that if a wicket falls, the Junction team may want to do a jog.
The battle I'm waiting to see is about to happen.
So they brought Powell. Yeah, I expected that. They had to bring Powell back at some stage. And with 4 overs to come, Powell having 2 overs, now is the time to bring him back. So 35 to get from 4 overs, just under 9 and over is the required rate. Dietmar Anderson is going to be facing up Marlon Johnson at the non-strikers end. Darren Powell is going to be bowling. Here he goes. Sets off now. Knees, arms pumping, and Anderson pulls out. Anderson not quite ready.
The battle between a Darren Powell and a Dietmar Anderson. If you look at the field here, Nevers, a long on, long off, extra cover, deep backward square and mid wicket on the boundary as well.
Field well spread.
And third man on the fence as well. So 5 fielders out on the deep for Dietmar Anderson.
Yeah.
Very destructive left-hander is Anderson.
So Powell, ball in hand, sets off now to bowl to Dietmar Anderson, up to the wicket and bowls to Anderson, was hitting Darren Powell to a wide, long on for an SD. Sorry, that's a Ray and Nephew 6. Ray and Nephew 6 pushes the score now to 162 for 3. Only 29 more required from 23 deliveries.
Full delivery on the line of leg stump. That's bread and butter for the left-handed Anderson, who is in terrific form so far.
Yes, he is. He's taking the game away from Junction Ballards Valley is Dietmar Anderson. Big, powerful, long levers. Reminds me a lot of Pollard, Kieran Pollard.
Big, tall, chopping, but of broad shoulders as well. Big arms. Tends to hit the ball a mighty long way is Dietmar Anderson. Darren Powell, with all his experience, will want to make amends for the
He's going to go short.
Team.
His ego is going to cause him to go short. He's absolutely going to go short. Here's Darren Powell into the wicket. Not short, and he's hit. Is it? No, I thought he had a chance there, the fielder. But it's an SDC. Again, I say SDC. It's a Ray and Nephew 6. So back-to-back sixes. And the score now 168 for 3. 23 required from 22. And the voluptuous lady is warming up her lungs. She's starting to bellow a tune.
Back-to-back Ray Never 6 from Dietmar Anderson. Top shot, powerful lad.
So,
23 runs required, 22 deliveries, game on.
so if he didn't go short on the previous delivery, I'm sure Darren Powell is going to go short here as he sets off again into the wicket to bowl to Demar Anderson. Fuller, slower ball from Darren Powell there. Full toss, and Demar Anderson bamboozled, no run.
Slow delivery from Darren Powell. Anderson was into the shot very early. Good comeback, I'd want to say. Top stuff from the veteran.
Yeah. As he comes in now, Darren Powell to bowl to Demar Anderson. Here goes a short one, high in the air. Is he going to be out? Yes, he is. And Darren Powell takes the 4th wicket. It's now 168 for 4. 23 required from 20 deliveries. I was expecting the short delivery 2 deliveries ago. Darren Powell finally delivering the short one and taking the wicket of Demar Anderson.
That's where experience lies. And poor cricket here from Anderson. Just chucking Darren Powell for 2 rare never 6 over mid-wicket. A shorter delivery into the wicket, and Anderson was trying to heave that ball for a 3rd rare never 6. Holding out to Troy Powell, who took an easy catch. And Lynx United lost another wicket. This brings a young batter in Virgo, just coming back from St. Vincent, with a wonderful opportunity up his sleeve to win a game for Lynx United. Pleasant platform for the young man.
Yeah. And the veteran, that's Darren Powell, will want to do what Lynx did to their schoolboy batter, Jagaru. And that's just limit him to deliveries. 2 deliveries to come in this over.
3 deliveries. 3.
Actually 2. So 2 sixes, a dot delivery and a wicket. 2 deliveries to come in this over. Virgo.
2 important deliveries to the youngster in Virgo. Darren Powell, the experienced veteran with ball in hand. In he comes to bowl to Virgo. Driven nicely down to a mid-off area. And it's through for another run.
The score is now 169 for 4. So 22 required from 19 deliveries. As Darren Powell being very meticulous in how he sets his field. Here's Darren Powell to bowl, and that is edged and gone. Is the batsman. That's Marlon Johnson, and the 5th wicket has gone down. Darren Powell, 2 wickets in this over, and he's starting to change the complexion of this match. The veteran Darren Powell, 13 off the over, but importantly 2 wickets. Johnson just advancing down the track and looking to hit Darren Powell back over his head. The edge there, you said that was a bad shot from Demar Anderson. That was a worse shot there for Marlon Johnson. You've already gotten 13 off this Darren Powell over. He is a strike bowler. He's the one who's looking to do the damage. No need for you to play that shot.
And the 2 wickets that Darren Powell took in this over are 2 very important wickets. Aditmar Anderson, who was going great guns, and now an experienced batter in Marlon Johnson. 2 very important wickets. And look at the stage of the game. 2 new batters at the wicket at the present moment.
Yep. 22 required from 18 deliveries. It is not done.
And this,
but I think it's going to get interesting. So David Powell is going to be bowling, and this is going to be the crucial over. Pennant is going to be on strike, And David Powell will have ball in hand. So 22 needed from 18 deliveries. Each delivery will be crucial. And here's David Powell getting ready to bowl to pennant. He's in now and bowls to pennant. And he's hit on the pad. I think that's an inside edge though. And there's no run. So Virgil is actually batting now. And hit on the pad, but as I said, inside edge there. And no run as David Powell comes up to the wicket now to bowl to Virgo. Was hitting that high in the air and gone. That is gone. And that's a Ray and nephew 6 from Virgo.
Massive shot from the left-hander in the arc from David Powell. And Virgo, a lot of power behind his hands. And a terrific timing as well. Captain Banks on the long on boundary, stood no chance.
And they hit that one, or Virgo hit that one down to the man at long off. And a single comes through, or comes from that one. 15 required now from 15 deliveries. So runner ball required. 15 from 15 required. Pennant in, and he's forcing that one down to long off, and they come through for one. So 177 now for 5. 14 required from 14 deliveries.
A runner ball from here on. 14 from 14. 5 wickets in hand. This one is punched out to a cover region. Sweeper comes off the boundary.
And they're going to come back for 2. Is this going to be? Oh, that was close.
Excellent running. But if you look at David Powell behind the wicket, if he had took that,
it would have been gone.
Certainly run out at the non-striker's end.
Yeah. Expected better from David Powell there.
12 from 13 now. Tense moment on the field. And even off the field, even the spectators getting in the game.
Oh my. That one is hit away to the boundary at wide long on for an SDC 4. And so it's now 183. So 8 required. 8 required from 2 overs. 8 required from 12 deliveries. And the voluptuous lady has started to warm up yet again. David Powell hit to the boundary twice by Virgo. A 6, Ray Neville 6, and then an SDC 4. Last delivery of the over. And that has really changed the complexion of this game. That over. So Darren Powell, the very last throw of the dice for Junction Ballards Valley. He'll be bowling to pennant. What can the veteran fast bowler do? Darren Powell sets off now. He's up to the wicket. Bowls to pennant. Who's hitting that? High, 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 and gone for a Ray and nephew 6. Good night, good night, good night, sweet prince. It is all over bar the shouting. It is all over bar the shouting. Lynx United, they've been to 4 semi-finals, no finals. This is it. Here is Darren Powell now. Second delivery of his final over. Hits again. High, hard. What is going to happen here? Is he going to be out? Pennant is gone. So we won't have it on that delivery. And Darren Powell takes his third wicket. It's now 189 for 6.
And Powell picks up his third as well. Powell has been outstanding in this year's edition of the SDC Cricket. 3 last week, and now in the semi-final, already have 3.
Yeah, they're going to need more than that though from Powell. Maybe a hat trick.
Well, Lynx need 2 runs for victory.
I'd say it's over. So Moy Campbell is the new batsman.
Former York Castle High School all-rounder. 2 runs to get for Lynx United. Darren Powell with ball in hand.
Up to the wicket now, Darren Powell, and balls to Campbell, who is hitting that one down to the boundary for an SDC 4. And that is that. That's the end of the match. Lynx United makes their first finals after 4 semi-finals defeat. Lynx United will now go to their first finals. They'll face Fairfield, the defending champions, for the crown, the SDC T20 crown for 2024.
Tough game from Lynx United. Damian Bryce batted with class, with courage. A magnificent half-century from the left-hander. Ronaldo, Ingram, Gilzine all chipped in.
Dietmar Anderson.
And Dietmar Anderson, not forget, we call him the animal. He batted extremely well.
He looked like an animal today.
Gave his wicket away in the last, but hats off to Lynx and making it through to the first finals in an SDC competition. And SDC going on for 17 years. And Lynx United, the last 4 years, gone to the semi-finals and not been able to go across the line to a finals. Hats off to Lynx United.
They look a very good team. It's going to be a very, very good finals between themselves and Fairfield from Manchester. I'm looking forward to that, to see what the matchup is going to look like. I think they match up well though, in terms of the batting and the bowling. There's not really a weak link in this Lynx team, and the same thing can be said for Fairfield. It's going to be bowling versus batting. Fast bowling on the side of Fairfield, along with the spin of Walters and Merchant, and then an all-round team effort is expected from Lynx. That is going to be a very good finals.
It is going to be a key finals. You look at a Fairfield United batting. O'Shane Walters, Jeremy Merchant in the middle, Leighton Leslie, who came to the forum today and delivers an outstanding bit of batting today, and big half century and carry Fairfield across the line.
Yes, indeed. So not much time for the teams to prepare for the finals. The finals only next week, and they will have to take that time just to get themselves ready. We're going to be at Chedwin Park for that finals. The semi-finals comes up at
third place.
Third place, sorry, I said semi-finals. So the third place playoff comes up the day before.
Saturday.
Trying to remember where it is in Hull Harbour.
Port Escoville.
That's it. And that's the day before. That's going to be between the team White Houses against this Junction team. That's also going to be a very good matchup for third place.
Indeed. And you look at the cricket being played, White House, they batted extremely well. It was poor on the day for them when it comes on to the fielding aspect and the ending of the game. But all in all, it was an excited semi-finals, both games here at Discovery Bay St. Ann.
Well, folks, I'm going to see if I can get a couple of the players so we can have a quick chat with them I'm going to leave you here, Marlon, while I go and see if I can get a couple of the players.
So from the Ultimate Jerk Center in Discovery Bay, St. Ann, Lynx, they've won the second semi-finals, and they are through to their first finals in SDC cricket for 2024. So Lynx United in their first SDC semi-final, advancing to a finals the first time since 2007. Hats off to Lynx United, and we'll see you back next Saturday at Port Escoville for the third place, and then Sunday will be at Shadwin Park for the excited finals between Lynx United and Fairfield out of Manchester. Stay tuned.
The Social Development Commission leads the charge in community development. We mobilize and organize community groups. We produce high-quality community data. We empower community groups to grow their businesses. We improve the quality of life of our citizens. The Social Development Commission, building communities, building Jamaica.
Codes ready, cash. Money, move. Take a loan, enter to win. Money, move. Win cash, win a bike or a smart TV. Could even win a brand new car. Take a ready cash loan of $80,000 or more between February 19 and April 18, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win cash, a TCL Smart TV, AKT bike, or a 2024 Hyundai Creta. Big money, move.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Codes ready, cash, ready when you are.
Big money, move. Conditions apply.